Alright, so if we want music playing during the countdown, since I'm also piping it through Zoom, I mean, they'll hear us chattering, but...
Chattering apes.
Yep, they can hear that.
It's Mononoke.
And the countdown begins. We are live.
Hi everyone. There's one viewer. I think it's me.
I think this is part of our charm.
This music's
hearing the
lovely,
behind-the-scenes chatter
actually.
as they're waiting for it to go live. I love the music. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's very chilled.
This is in the cozy playlist that I have for pretzel music.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I should share the link for the stream now, huh?
I was looking for that.
Let's tweet that out.
Yeah, I should do a tweet. Should do a tweet, I think. Jenn, I got so much good feedback from my little emoji dragon. So many people raving about it.
Oh, I'm so glad.
It's so cool. I can't do it on my Apple device. I can't.
Oh, with the transparent background?
Yeah, it's so annoying.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's some bug in Apple devices. And everything I have is an Apple thing.
Did you manage to upload the better version of the Fire Goat?
To Discord, I tried to.
Yeah. Oh, did it not?
I was having some issues with Discord. I had to update like twice.
Oh no.
Stream time. Oh, snap. 46 seconds.
Hey, did you put a tweet out?
Mm-hmm. I tweeted and I dropped it in the Discord. And I've got my tea. Oh, I never got a pumpkin pie. That's okay. We got a new follower yesterday too. Or like early this
what are you
morning.
on now? What's your?
I don't know. Let me see.
150.
What? No.
No?
152. That
You sure?
sounds way too much.
125?
What?
Check it.
No.
Check it.
Okay, we'll see.
It is. It's 153.
No way.
In your face.
No
Sorry.
way.
In your face.
No way.
In your face. Sorry.
No way do we have 153
Yes.
followers. Hello, Scribblers.
Hello.
Hello, you lovely, lovely people out there. I hope you enjoyed our ridiculous chatter in the background.
None of you leave just because there's 153. We don't know anyone.
No, we need every single one of you. Each and every one of you is important and near and dear to our hearts. I must confirm this. I don't believe it. Vic's here. Hello, Victormies. Cheers, friend. Cheers. I don't believe this. Where is it? Let's see. Insights. Channel.
There's probably more.
153 followers.
Go.
Screams and things.
Screams. Welcome, shrieking scribblers. How are you today? And welcome to another Thursday campaign episode / session.
It's
Synonyms.
December.
It is December.
Oh, yeah, it is
Happy
December.
Happy new month.
December. Happy new
It's my
month.
birthday month.
It is.
It is your birthday month.
So I would like a present of every day of December, please. Thank you.
Well, if you go to the Scriv the Bard
Check out Drak's
Patreon, there
coffee.
just so happens to be an Epic Deeds of Iyastera Advent Calendar 2020 specifically for your birthday month, Drak.
Wow,
It's
thank
just
you.
for
Thank
you.
Scrib.
Every
Just for
day
me.
you get an Epic Deed card that, out of the goodness of Drak's heart, he wants to share with all of you out there. But you get a little Epic Deed card. And a lore drop. A lore drop with
Oh, the
each
goodness of my heart.
deed. Yes. Because you are a kind and generous person. especially when it
Scriv,
comes
I
to
know we
sharing
haven't known
your
each other for
time.
long, but
I think you have me all wrong.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oh no! No, you can't hide the fact that you are, in fact, a good person. You heard it here first, folks. Drak is actually a good person.
Canon.
Canon!
Hashtag
Canon!
fake news. Hashtag fake news.
Fake news. No. I can't wait for that phrase to not be spouted out
Yeah.
as much. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. So, I know we got a lot of our chatter done, kind of pre-stream before we went live. Hello! Mr. DT Knight, how are you doing? Vic, how many epic deeds did I manage to compile? Many. Stay tuned every day. I'm not stopping the advent calendar on the 25th this year either. We're going all the way through until January, which is only a few extra days, but you know, it sounds good. And I feel good saying it that way.
You can just say it's my birthday as well, because my birthday's on the 30th of December, 30th. So if you just stop the 25th,
It is. It is indeed.
sucky
See?
for me, so, you know.
And that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is exactly
Yeah, it
why
kinda
we are
defeats it, you know.
continuing throughout the whole month. Because we can't miss your birthday.
Exactly.
Jeez, what
My
kind of
birthday
friend
in and of
would
itself
I be?
is an epic deed.
And
So,
are
you know.
how old are you going to be? Are you 20
I'm gonna
yet?
be 15. 15 for my 15th birthday. Yeah.
Sounds about right. Which
I'll be 22.
which anniversary of the 15th birthday? Oh my gosh, you're gonna be 22. Aww.
I know, I'm a
Growing
baby.
up. Growing
I
up
don't like
so
it.
fast.
I grow up so fast.
I'm already having back pains, guys.
How has this become? I feel like this has become like our default no kind of like. Also started by Drak, which
Yeah, I'm just a
he was
trendsetter.
kind enough to share with us all.
Honestly, it should just be our out of character. Like,
Our character.
So, I know we talked a little bit about Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, Jenn?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it happened.
It was a
was.
day that happened.
Thanksgiving happened.
It did indeed. What kind of food did you eat?
Duck.
I love duck. Oh.
More other foods.
Did the food coma hit that hard that you've just forgotten?
Some birthday cake.
Birthday
for my
cake?
my dad's birthday.
So many birthdays!
Aw.
Happy birthday to your dad. Happy birthday to your dad.
I think it's a bit late, but
Happy belated birthday to
your
your dad.
Oh no.
Oh yes. See,
I need to
here's the thing.
ask, what kind of tea are you drinking right now?
Ooh,
is it an adult tea or is it just your...
No, it is my standard tea because I needed caffeine because I was also a little sleepy today. I'm drinking some lovely Lady Grey this evening, which is very similar to Earl Grey with a little bit more orange, a little bit more of that citrus, citrusy notes in there. It is delicious. And I've got my epic adventure mug. Ba-ba-bow.
That looks really cool.
I choose my mug based off of the theme of the stream. So
You're
for my
Sarah
writing
Mug
stream.
Wen.
Yeah, here's the Iyastera monk win. I want it.
Okay, so you are not the first people to ask that question.
Come on,
Because
I just
during
like this,
our
come on.
because during our chill creation stream on Tuesday, someone said fire goat mug.
If I go mode would
So-
be cool, especially if it was like temperature, like you know when
Right,
something
and
gets
the
hot
flames
it
could
changes
appear.
colours.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Okay, so we need to look at the fire goat emote again.
Customize mugs.
Boom
Who,
on the
who,
screen. On the
who did
screen
that?
now.
For who
Gee,
Yeah,
who
who did
did
that?
design this? The wonderful Marlowe Magoria, IRL Jenn Peig. She is the creator of the Fire Goat emote, which, if we get 10 more sub points, wink wink, hint hint, nudge nudge, then we can actually unlock this for the Twitch stream. So,
What are we doing this to?
hey. So, I think that would look super, super cool to have just a little goat head, and then, woot woot, fire goat, that's right, chat. And then when, like you said, Drak, if it was like heat reactive, then the flames could appear. That would be so cool. Dude, I want to do mugs. I want to do pins, like little enamel pins.
Oh,
With like the logo, with our characters, with the emotes. I mean, the opportunity, or the possibilities are indeed endless. As endless as the ever-seeing eye of Fire Goat. You like what I did there? So this is what happens. This is what happens when, you know, we start up our pre-stream Zoom call. We catch up a little bit. What? Vic? What? That is a surprise. Oh, you subscribbled. Vic, thank you so much. Cheers. Da 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 da. Yay! That's amazing. We are. Huh?
Same. I was like, what's happening?
Like, what's going on?
Did you guys not hear the do?
It's really aggressive.
Yeah, it was really loud, yeah.
Oh, it was?
It was pretty loud.
Well,
Worth it though.
at some point I will maybe change that, but it's helpful. It's helpful for... Is everyone awake now? It's helpful for me when I'm doing like other gaming streams as well.
Subscribe, because we're all
Yeah.
tired.
Right? Because then I know for sure that it happened and I won't miss like a follow
that makes
or a
sense.
host or a subscribe or the cheer bits things or whatever these newfangled bits and widgets are.
Subscribe to keep us awake.
Yeah, so what I was going to say, Vic, thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice.
What I was going to say before Vic very pleasantly surprised us with that sub, with that aggressive surprise. This is what happens when you guys all tell me pre-stream, yeah, I'm just feeling kind of tired, feeling a little low energy today. I will, like, try to send my energy through the screen to each and every one of you. This is me cupping your face. Just energy. Just take it. Take some of my energy, you vampires.
Emotional vampire.
That's what a very
Is that
bad
what
thing.
what we do? It's what we do in the dark, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. Except I would
I'm
hope.
going to talk to you for half an hour about screws that go into the bottom of kitchen.
This whole stream, he's just gonna be coming up to all of our characters like, hey, have you heard of Updog?
Oh no.
This whole stream.
Don't start it, please, because like we had the Yeaton thing, like.
What's up, dog?
Oh no. Oh,
Yay!
Oh, I saw one on Twitter that was like in Bugs Bunny voice. Have you heard of Updog?
Ah!
And I was like, oh,
Yes!
Oh,
Oh my
no.
god. Yes, so good. So good. Okay, so what?
I need to tweet that. I'm sorry. I need to tweet that.
Tweet it. Tweet it now.
I'm gonna steal that.
Tag us all in the tweet. Live.
things you're missing out on.
Live tweet from the camp. Oh my god. If anyone had the mental capacity to live tweet as we play, that would be hilarious. Just all the randomness. Okay. What were some of the things that we wanted to talk about or announce or say before we began? We don't have like a full rhythm, a full pattern established yet, but usually we'll say, what have y'all been up to the past 2 weeks?
Yes.
So I'll say that. What have y'all been up to the past 2 weeks? Looking at Drak. and Jenn and I, who were amazing, glamorous goats.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
on
that was so
Sunday,
much
there were
fun.
goats.
Okay, before we start to gush about how much fun that game was, what did you think, Drak?
I thought it was great. I thought it was hilarious. I'm very happy I brought all of you together in a game for that. It was perfect. It was a perfect cast. That whole stream was actually honestly great, in my opinion. I've got a great taste in people, apparently. I don't know where that came from. So like, I managed to get a lot of awesome people on for that and put them in groups that really mesh together well. One of the players for the game we had just before yours, that was the first ever TTRPG. And after that, they're like, wow, yeah, no, I'm playing more after this. This is my favorite. Like, I love this. I'm going to keep playing. So that felt great. Everyone in Scarjo was... That was my pin. I'm not going to top that. I'm never going to be able to top that idea.
I hopped in. That was hilarious. I was doing a bit of lurking while I was taking care of some other stuff around the house. For those of you who weren't aware, these games that we're talking about were for a charity stream hosted and organized by Drak and the rest of friends who roll dice to raise money to support disaster relief in the Philippines. And it seems like it was pretty darn successful for the first event. I know you guys at Friends Who Roll Dice are going to be doing more charity events throughout the month, right?
Yep, we're going to be doing a whole month of it. So we've got our normal stream of D&D, which is every Monday at 6 p.m. PST, and then after that we also have like a bunch of 2-shots planned out. So tomorrow we got part 1 of a 2-part superhero 2-shot, which I'm very excited for because I'm going to be playing in it, and I just want to be a superhero. It's so goddamn long.
There it is. Who here is not surprised at you finally doing a superhero game after talking about it since your birth?
I know, I just came
Probably.
like that.
Probably.
Doctor Who campaign when?
Honestly, I'm working on it at the moment. I'm literally working on it. It's a thing that's going to be happening soon.
For those of you in the audience, there is also a Doctor Who campaign potentially in the works.
Yep.
We don't know when. We don't know where, how, in which universe, in which timeline.
The difference between Drak and most people is that these people have these concepts that never come to fruition, but Drak seems to every time. They seem to be,
I mean,
it's
it's
a date
because
for this one and a date for that one.
I tweeted and then everyone's like, wow, that's awesome. I really like this idea. And I'm like, okay, I guess people like it, so I should try and make it happen then. And then I just try and make it happen.
It does. Yeah, it's good. Brilliant.
Super. So are we all going to be like Time Lords?
Like there is an option for that. I don't think we've decided, but as an option, someone can be the Doctor and everyone could be companions, or we can all be Time Lords. Like
I'll be K9.
Brooke has all of them. Do it. Be K9. I'll be Mr. Smith.
Or a friendly Dalek.
Oops, all Time Lords.
Yes. Oops. Anyway, no spoilers. Hush. No more.
Hush.
Hush.
Like freaking the goat stream.
Oh, that was fun. So for those of you who have not seen the stream, is there a VOD for it? Is there a VOD for these games that were done?
Yes, it's actually that it's up now on Twitch. So it's still there on Twitch for video, and we made it a highlight so it won't get deleted after like the week Twitch gives us.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find it there, and we're also gonna hopefully put on YouTube as well. It's a very long stream, so we probably have to cut it up into bits.
You have to chop it up.
And but yeah, it's there now if you want to find it on Twitch, and hopefully gonna be on YouTube soon as well.
There you go. See? Good stuff. Good stuff. But we played Goat Crashers, created by G. Howitt, same creator or the same person who created like Honey Heist and all those other fun, quirky, single-page Turpigs, and it was fun. And I would love to turn this group into goats at some point, actually. Last thing I'll say before, yes, I'm going to turn you all into goats. Get ready for this encounter.
Goat. That's going to be great.
Whoa, what? Goat forged.
I mean...
Yes, you're already partly there.
Quite there as well, yeah. Furballs.
I want to see a weird hybrid of Aarakocra goat.
Oh god, that would be terrifying. What would that look like?
Aragotra.
Yeah.
Not sure about that.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
neither.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it.
leap.
It's
That's very
fine. It's
That was a
fine.
stretch.
Yeah, probably.
Goat.
Oh, well, that's the stream. Good night, everyone. Good night. No, so one thing I did want to mention really quickly. So holidays are coming up. We are going to do our holiday stream on, I believe, what was it? The 17th is our big Heroes of Iyastera holiday stream. However, be prepared because we might have some other things planned that week as well. It is a season of giving and reaching out and building community. Lots of very good causes out there to support. That's all I'm going to say. But there's probably going to be way more than just the Heroes of Iyastera stream that week. 14th through the 18th. Keep an eye out for updates. That is all I will say for now, because I don't want to overpromise things, but I'm very, very excited and very, very touched by the wonderful support from these wonderful people sitting around me at this virtual table.
Always.
Yes! Okay. Shall we? Oh my goodness. Jenn, the auto mod is blocking you!
It's like, I hate this.
What were you trying to say?
Well...
But it's like, well...
it has been blocked for adult content, we'll say.
Except the second one, I don't know why that one's being blocked. Because
I can, well...
Terribly rude.
I could allow the second one. I think it's
I want to
still...
know all of them. Post it in the Zoom chat, Jen.
Well, here, I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture. You guys can use your imagination.
I get the first one.
Yeah.
But the second one, it's because I don't know how to spell it, okay?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I will send it to our little Discord thing. Sorry, folks in the chat. You can wait, because this is no gardening tools here. I will allow the second one. And deny the first, because I don't want that to have the lead-on effect of me allowing that word.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Family-friendly stream. Okay. You saw it? Yep. Okay, inside jokes. All the jokes. All the yokes. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Are we good?
Yeah.
I think it is about time for us to cut to the opening video and compose ourselves, because we are professionals on this stream.
Absolutely
This
not.
is
Okay.
a super duper professional stream. So, let's hit that campaign opening, shall we? We'll be right back. Okay, campaign video is playing. You guys can still... I have no idea. He's talking about gardening equipment? Ho, 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 ho. I still have to check sometimes. Oh no, Brosidon's here. No! No! You will not call them evenings. No, this is not happening. First big argument. You will not call them Vic! Vic?
So rude.
Vic, you have betrayed me.
Oh dear.
That is...
And anime betrayals.
Ooh. I will not be yeeted on my own channel. Scribblers. Yeets must be consensual. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's get that cozy, calm music back on. Vic yeets themselves. Oh no. Okay, well, the idea was that we would cut to that lovely, lovely video, campaign intro video, and then be all composed, cool, calm, and collected, cool as a cucumber, to get ready for our stream. Clearly that worked.
We're good. We're calm. We're calm. Come on.
Super calm.
Yeah,
Super calm.
We're good. We're chilled.
Collected.
The 3 C's.
Chilled like pineapple.
Chilled,
Okay.
Calm. Constipated.
I love how me and Jenna were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Chilled
Like pineapple?
chilled pineapple. You know,
I
like
mean,
chilled fruit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like anything can be chilled, so why pineapple?
I like
why
pineapple?
specifically.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
What, is it a little too sunny for you, Mr. England?
No, I mean it just came out of nowhere. I think.
Came out of nowhere. I think that has been used to describe me more than once.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think we need to cut back to the campaign opening again. And just take two. Take two. Anyway, where's the subtitles button? That should be on the stream itself for the Twitches. Actually, no. We need to. Okay, next stream. I promise. I'm going to have the whole Google Meets thing figured out.
Good.
Yeah, we need to do that.
I can run you through it later. It's
Yeah,
pretty simple.
let's do that. Because I was looking at it, and I think I just need to figure out how to connect it to OBS, like to the stream channel itself.
Yeah.
But next stream, we will have subtitles, because I don't think, they don't have the normal closed caption function for Twitch. Right, yeah. My apologies. That is something that I've been wanting to have sorted out, but I have not sorted it out yet, as you can tell. But I think it's time for a recap. Half an hour in, we're doing the recap for our game.
We started on time.
We did well.
I mean-
Okay,
Uh,
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say so.
if
A wizard
starting on time
is never
means
late.
the stream going live.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we were here as soon as the stream went live. I'd say we're on time. We're not going to be late to our own party. The party don't start till we walk in.
Oh no.
Oh no. We need to stop this.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I need a hard
Roll
reset.
the intro video again.
Take 3.
On loop.
Just for the next 2 hours.
A little bit of
Just the intro video over and over.
Well, the music's good enough, to be fair.
I mean, the music's pretty good. But I think we need to do a recap, and for that, we may need to change up the music. Also, chat, how's the level of the music and everyone's voices? Let us know in the chat.
Bomb in the house.
Bomb.
In the house.
In the house.
In the forest, more like.
Bomb. I like to imagine Bomb just sits in his tree, having like ASMR, like just there, like making tree noises.
Hold on.
What about beatboxing, but with leaves?
Leaf boxing?
Leaf rustling.
boxing.
Like,
Hey, that one worked. You just completely derailed me with that. Bomb sitting in a tree doing tree ASMR.
yeah.
Wait, hold
What is
on.
it, like,
I feel like I've seen one of
The
this.
leaves rustling, maybe like the scratching of the bark,
Yeah.
Or
all those-
something.
Bomb just sitting there making tree noises, like. Oh.
squirrels chewing on acorns. I don't know. Maybe like the clattering of acorns, like you do with dice.
Acorns crackling in the fire.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Last session, if you remember, everyone remembers. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Eorad, do you remember your name now?
I'm pretty sure it's something like I think it's like a begins with like a Z or something like that.
This is great. This is great.
Eorad, yeah.
Eorad. I mean, I can update the name.
I mean, Eorad is actually Eorad's evil twin brother.
It's the alter ego.
He's the yeah. Just switch places every so often. You just no one ever notices.
Oh goodness. All right, last session. Kendis and Balm. You discovered a very frozen, very frost-bitten Oscar Goodsong, and had to transport him back to the Goodsong family home along with the family's eldest son, Fidel. You're not quite sure how, you're not quite sure when, but when you went to visit the Goodsongs to look for Oscar in the Singing Grove, you found him in this very much frozen, not quite alive, but not undead kind of state. As far as you are aware, still in that state. And you've determined that you need to very quickly, very, we'll say, assertively, confront the Vervains about the spring. Kendis in particular had a very strong suspicion that Aralai, Lady Vervain, was not completely forthcoming with the information, with what she knew about the spring and the happenings all throughout the Glenfarren forest. So you return to the Vervains, retrieving Marlowe and Eorad along the way, who are in the middle of the first stage of their apprenticeship with Kralda Bouldersmith. You are learning the basics of stonemasonry. Do you still have those stone marbles, ball bearings, marked in your inventory?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Well done, well done. Kralda, seeing your concern and urgency, went with you to speak with the Vervains, and of course Lady Aralai in particular. When confronted, Aralai and her partner, Emil, confirmed the party's suspicions that there was something seriously wrong with the spring, and by extension, the state of the forest itself. Aralai agreed to bring you to the spring, and led you farther northward, along a stone-marked path to a clear, glass-like lake in the thickest part of the forest. At its center is a smaller, tree-covered island, which seems to be almost entirely covered, encased even, in ice. Looking upon this scene, Aralai becomes somber and despaired. The emotions that she had been trying so hard to hide from all of you, now surfacing. She explains that the ice appeared 3 months ago, and that the true guardian, who had been kept a secret for decades, is on that island. Her sister, Elena. And since the ice had started to appear and crystallize across the surface of the lake and onward, Elena's voice had been lost. And that is where we will pick up. So we ended that last session with all of you, accompanied of course by Aralai and Kralda, standing just a couple meters away from the edge of this lake. And she had just told you that that is her sister, the true guardian of the lake. That her title is just a title. That Aralai's title is just that.
Aralai, has anything changed since the events of the Grove with the good songs? Do you notice anything different? Do you feel anything different?
The forest seems colder. It's whatever we were trying to stop, whatever this spread is, it seems to be going faster. You're not the first to see this figure that you described in the Knotless Wood. The horned figure. You described her, right?
Her?
I think somehow, some way, that was Elena.
Mm,
And I have a feeling that... I don't know. I can't be certain.
it was strange. She was menacing without being aggressive. She was intimidating without being violent.
I've never heard or read of anything like this happening before. If the spring is threatened in some way, usually it has means of defending itself. But with the Guardian falling silent, but this strange figure appearing, I don't know. But I saw her as well. A month after the ice, so 2 months ago now. I saw a figure that matches a description of the one that you saw here, along the banks of the lake.
And you knew it to be her. You felt it.
It was, but at the same time it wasn't. It looked to be her, but as if an echo. It wasn't truly her. I remember calling out to her. It was as if she didn't know me. Something that looked like her, but wasn't. Not fully, not truly. But I fear once I saw her, whatever it was, that was when we started noticing more of the frost spreading to other parts of the forest. And I fear that creature, that thing, I dare not call it Elena. I really worry that may have been what happened in the Singing Grove to the good songs, to Oscar. But I don't know. I haven't been able to get close. I, of course, have tried to go out to the island.
What happens when you try to go out there?
I've only tried once. The ice won't. I can't get the boat through the ice. But as I get close, I see one of those figures again on the shore. I'll be honest with you. I'm at a loss. I did not dare get close.
Some of my Hedgewitch, you might know about this. Some of my family, even in their spirit form, have made themselves an image of fear to keep trespassers at bay. They have manipulated their spirits to appear in a terrifying visage. I wonder if something is happening here the same way, whether it's just some sort of not illusion, but some fabrication of reality.
It's possible, yes. Do you think any of your spirits, your amicable spirit ancestors, could cross the lake and try to engage with this creature?
Will not leave the Knotless Woods.
Worth a shot, I suppose.
But I wonder if they're keeping Lady Vervain away from the island through unnatural means.
It's quite possible. Nevertheless, it seems imperative that we must get to the other side somehow.
I think Eorad kind of raises a hand at that.
Yes,
If it's
Eorad?
just
if it's just ice in the way, I could just break it.
Just punch your way through.
That is
Absolutely.
the thing stopping us, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm sure I could shatter some ice. At least among all four of us, I think we can.
Do we have, did Eorad and I bring our, the tools we were using with the boulder
Ooh.
smiths?
You would have, yes. You wouldn't have had time to go back to the Nautilus cabin. So anything that you had with you, anything that you would have brought with you, yeah. And Kralda is right there.
And Calder gave us those tools to keep
Yeah.
as well, wasn't it? That was ours. Okay. Yeah, then I would have them. Yeah.
Yeah, gifts of the apprenticeship. Kralda, who has been silent up until now, lets out a heavy sigh. Well, what more is there to do then? If we need to break some ice, we break some ice.
Seems that way.
We have a boat. There's an island.
Well-
Arlai, I wish you had told us all these things sooner. But I understand why you didn't. And Arlai is just silent. She looks ashamed. Why don't you guys roll perception checks for me
Okie
while I get rid of this spam bot? Get out of here, spam bot.
Perception.
I was gonna ask if I could use a flaming spear spell to try and melt some ice too.
Absolutely. And you'll have to get closer.
Okay.
The lake is fairly vast. You have to take the boat to go out towards that island in the center.
Yeah, I've got shape water as well. I want to use that as well. I want to be manipulating stuff.
I did not roll well.
I got a
Yeah,
14.
I got an 8.
I'm 11.
Oh, damn.
21.
21.
Oh, Marlowe.
Oh, well,
What's 9 plus
Marlowe's
10?
the one. Let me get rid of that. Marlowe. As you are all discussing, thinking through this problem that you find before you, you notice something. Farther down along the eastern side of the bank, more to your right as you stand facing the lake, you see something through the trees. Not too close to you. Several, meters away at this point. But as you are sitting here talking and you're casting your gaze around, through the trees, just very, very gently parting to the east as if just a wind was blowing through, you see a dark figure with horns twisting up from the head. You have not seen this figure before, but you know immediately that this does fit the description of what both Baum and Arlai have mentioned. It doesn't seem to be stopping. It
Is
seems
it like running?
not running, almost gliding. As you look, and of course you'd be able to alert the others to its presence as well, it doesn't seem to have taken any notice or have any care of you standing there with the distance. Perhaps it just doesn't see. But it seems to glide across the water without causing so much as a ripple in the polished surface of the lake towards the island. The passage is this floating, flitting sort of movement, as if it were flickering in and out
This is to the
of
right.
existence. Yes. You are facing
I
north. This is
Want to
to
follow it.
the east. This is farther. It's moving. You're witnessing this as you are looking at the lake. It is farther to the east, now going out across the lake. And as you make a move to perhaps follow, to perhaps track, because it's going across the water, you look behind or around you to your party. You look to the left, and there's another one.
What?
You see a second figure. This one much closer. Coming from the west. From the direction, Bomb, you know, of the Knotless Wood. Coming from the southwest.
Let the party know. I'm just like, are you seeing these?
No.
There was more than one.
Not what we anticipated.
Are they like corporeal?
Ish.
Okay.
At moments it seems like they are. Others, they're very shadowy figures. Others, it's as if they're a shadow. You know, once you shine light on a shadow, it dims, it fades, and then it comes back into existence. It's flickering, fleeting. The first one is moving very, very quickly across the water. Purposefully.
Towards us.
Towards the island.
Towards the island, yeah.
Towards the island, towards where you're told the Guardian lies. This other one, however, that was coming up from the southwest. This one looks as though it's going to cross paths with you.
So they're both converging towards us.
One is going
Right.
towards the island. The other one is coming
Okay,
up,
yeah.
crossing more at an angle. And
Yeah,
as you
gotcha.
tell the rest of the party, and you all turn to look, this one stops and faces you.
Hello?
A few yards away, but close enough. Bomb, it's the same figure that you've seen. Marlowe, you didn't see truly any distinction between this one and the first that flew across the lake. Aralai, you hear a sharp intake of breath from her, and she takes a step back, her face pale. Speechless. Kralda asks you, Bomb, is this what you saw in your wood, Timbersmith?
Bomb's quite taken aback, but he's very, very protective of his family. Very protective. He casts Bark Skin immediately over himself, and his skin just suddenly becomes all rigid and like cracked. And he steps forward very, very confidently. Actually, he steps forward. And he says, "What did you want with my cousin?"
No answer. This figure is standing still. Still as ice. Just facing you. Flickering just very slightly.
Are they arcane? Would I be able to tell that?
You would probably get a sense that there's something arcane about them. Something... Yeah, well, we'd say that there would be something arcane about them.
Can Eorad kind of just... Can I check to see if it's an illusion? I wanna...
How would you
Good.
check to see?
You know what? Eorad's gonna walk up to it.
Punch him in the face.
Just gonna walk straight up
You're
to him.
you're walking up to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Kralda was gonna be the first one to rush in.
Eorad's gonna walk up to them and just like... Just... the best... I don't know why this came to my mind, but like giving them the stank eye, like...
How
Just-
close
just-
are you getting?
I'm I'll go up to like 10 feet away.
10 feet away.
Yeah.
As you walk up, as you get close, Kralda shouts after you, "What are you doing? Get away from it!" And
Be
with
careful,
your
Eorad.
movement, and with Kralda's yelling, the figure darts forward into you.
Into.
Collision course, kind of
Okay.
thing.
Of course.
So with that, can you guys hear the music?
Yep.
Yeah.
We have
know
our
that
first
means.
case of combat. So, this is going to be our first.
Real.
Yep, it is. Well, it's as real as it can be. So, when it comes to combat, this is 5e fusion. So we're doing things a little bit differently, and that we're not doing initiative order. There are 4 of you.
Mhm.
You will plan your moves together as a small unit. I will still have you roll initiative, however, to see if the average of your roll as a group is faster or slower than the initiative of the adversary. And that is kind of how we will do this.
What about Kralda and...
Kralda is there with you. Aralai, you don't know. Right now, she seems a bit shocked and stunned. So go ahead and roll initiative. And you can either shout out or actually drop in the Zoom chat what your rolls are. Either way, whatever's easiest.
God, this music. Whoa.
You like it?
Yeah.
Skrillex just walked in. Damn. Okay.
Now playing Nightmare Court from Pretzel Rocks. One Tola.
Well, I've already got bark skin on, so I'm intending to just wail in, really, with my knife. And help Eorad out, obviously, because he's on the front line.
Oh, is that everyone's? Okay.
Did you
Planning stuff now. Okay.
Did you drop him in? $15, $10, $16. All right.
I think we're still waiting on Rich. Or
Yeah,
is it
sorry.
him?
Yeah.
10. Ooh, that is a little rough. So this figure, I almost said what it was called.
Ah, damn it. Damn it.
Spoiler.
You didn't, though. You didn't.
No, I didn't. I caught myself. This figure rolled an 18. So quite high. So they're actually going to get the
Yeah,
jump
definitely goes first.
on you guys. So, as this figure glides forward, almost impossibly fast towards you, Eorad, it is going to make an attack. It's going to reach out and almost seem to embrace you with its arms, and a piercing cold is going to move through you. While you are Warforged, you still are able to detect temperature.
Yeah.
So we'll see what kind of effect this has on you. Maybe it was not a bad idea for you to be the first one. So, oh man, rolling dice. I'm actually rolling dice this time.
Yeah, right.
Snap! Okay, so that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh, that's exactly my AC. Yeah.
No.
Dang.
Oh, well, however we call it here, whether it's benefit to the attacker or the defender,
no.
that's gonna set the
Yeah,
precedent.
meets it, beats it. for
Meets
sure.
it, beats it.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
you
it's
are
gonna
going
take a
to
hit.
take. Oh,
60
also,
points damage.
no, goodness, no. You're level 3. So you are going to take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Plus. Oh.
Necrotic.
Only 2 points of ice damage.
I mean, that's still pretty bad.
Pretty
I'm not
heavy.
a tank. My constitution's not great. I am very close to being bloodied already.
Go ahead and drop your hit points in the Zoom chat as well.
Yeah, I'll do that now.
Just
right
for
now.
my, your max at least. Okay. Yep. You're fine.
Not
You'll
fine,
be
yeah.
fine.
That's quite a hit.
Walk it off.
So yeah, what we...
It is not passing through you. And you notice when it makes contact, there is some sort of force behind it. There is some sort of physicality, but it's strange.
Okay. I mean, we have to plan. We have to plan what we're gonna do. I think Eorad is definitely gonna want to try and stop this. Right now, is it grappling me? Like, can I move?
It can't really. Feeling it, you know that you can break free. It's not really grappling you, but it is cold, and you can actually see frost now sort of spreading in fractals across your metallic form.
Yeah. Okay.
As if the life is being sucked from you.
I mean, Eorad's right in the middle of he's been colded.
Yeah. So this is how it works. You guys can game plan. You can strategize. Obviously, I will keep you mindful of time.
Yeah.
But in reality, in a battlefield sort of situation, you'd be able to call out to each other and collaborate to some degree. Those of you watching this, Eorad would be, you're a little bit distracted right now. Marlowe, Bomb, Kendis. With this attack... Hey, new follower! Thank you, French Rezaik. Rezaik? Merci bien. You guys would be able to see that the form of this figure almost becomes slightly more corporeal. Oh my gosh, another follower!
Crikey.
Okay.
Welcome, new followers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Combat!
welcome.
Go!
Fantastic.
The form becomes a little bit more physical, a little bit more solid. Just slightly, ever so slightly.
I mean, Eorad's gonna need them in the gut with an unarmed strike, and put a stunning strike behind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and do that while the others prepare?
I mean, this probably hits. So the 23 hit.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yes, that's six bludgeoning damage as Eorad kind of brings a knee to the gut as the person figure hunks them, and they need to make a Constitution saving throw as his knee kind of crackles with energy and he slams into their gut to put a stunning strike into them.
Okay. And you remember how we said because of your make, because of your construction, your materials that you were forged with?
Oh, am I magical?
Your strikes do actually count as magical strikes.
I forgot about that because I literally was like, oh no, is it magical? I don't know if this will count. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. So,
it does have some sort of impact. So tell me what the total is. The Constitution saving throw though?
They have to meet 13. It's not very high right now.
It is a 15.
Yeah.
It is a 15.
That is fine. I will... Wait, so is this a action? Sorry, I'm just checking everything I can do.
Nope,
okay,
go for it.
And then I'm going to summon, with my bonus action, summon my astral arms.
Okay.
So basically, just above his shoulders, you see like a purpley kind of... It kind of looks like the Northern Lights is the best way I can explain it. I can't remember the scientific word for that. But kind of there's an edge of that kind of energy appears and kind of forms to the shape of a pair of arms about 10 feet long. And just like when they appear, a burst of like energy just pulses out from around him. And they have to now make a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw. Excellent.
Yeah, same DC.
Okay. That one is a 17.
Damn it.
Very dexterous.
Well, Yeah, now I have my astral arms up, and
You do. And you still did damage. What was the total damage?
6.
6. All right.
Yeah.
Still counts.
And yeah, no, he's just gonna kind of bounce on his feet and stay there because he's not running to side opportunity attack right now.
No, not at all. So when you release this attack, you do break the hold, and the figure glides back. And it is very shadowy. You can't really get any idea of features. It looks to be wearing these sort of flowing, wispy robes, but it's all dark.
Yeah, Eorad kind of just like, because he didn't come in with the intention of fighting, so the fact that it just kind of lurched at him, he just kind of got immediately into like, okay, I guess I'm defending myself now.
So it moves back, probably about 5 feet away from you. Arms still sort of outstretched to either side. What are the rest of you doing?
As it does that, I'm going to cast Entangle
Okay.
from the ground, from the edge of the banks.
Is there a saving throw for this?
Yeah, it's strength.
Okay. Well, it has a -2 for strength, so that'll be an 11.
Right. Oh. No, that is still a fail.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, I pull the kind of like wet vines out from the edge of the bank and then wrap it around it. I know it's shimmering form, but I try to get as much of its legs and arms as I can
Yep.
with these kind of like reeds.
Yep. And that'll work. That'll definitely work. As the reeds and the vines curl and wrap around, tightening around this figure, it does seem to hold it in place. It is a little bit more physical. Or it is more physical. But you see a similar effect as when you used that against Oscar. Almost more quickly this time. Where the vines started to wither upon contact. And the form becomes more physical.
So Bomb's really quite wise. It's one of his main
Yes.
traits, but he basically has learnt from stuff. He's learnt from his interactions, and he uses as a bonus cantrip. He's going to pull a body of water from the lake and throw it over this form.
Oh, okay.
And he's thinking it might freeze as it hits it.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So
That's what he's hoping for.
which are you using druid
Shape water.
shape water? Excellent.
A bonus action, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So he's just basically pulling like air bed, like water bending rather, just like a little body of water.
Water bending. Yes.
Throwing it over the I should call it shaping really, as it's
Hey, meta crossover.
yeah. But yeah, he just basically throws like a handful of water over this over its face, over its head.
Over its face, yeah. So you bring waters from the lake, disturbing the beautiful clear surface of the lake. And it does look like it starts to solidify as it gets closer. It doesn't fully turn into hard ice, but the water that does come into contact with it starts to crystallize. More like frosted snow, almost.
Bomb's pretty disturbed by that. He had a suspicion that's what would happen, and he doesn't have any clue what's going on now. This is like anti-nature.
It seems like anything that it touches, it is trying to drain the life from. Marlowe, Kendis, what are you doing? And if there's anything, any abilities that you guys have that you could use in a collaborative, kind of linked way, that's something else that I had in mind for our combat approach for this game.
I guess I'm not too familiar. Kendis isn't too familiar with like Marlowe's full repertoire of things right now. Marlowe, do you have a plan?
Well, it wasn't this.
I'll take that as a no then. Well. I mean, I have the spells I want to use just to like break, but I can't tell like how. What do I do to cast? Do I need to do different dice rolls and things? Like just because like I have a list of spells up here. But
Yes.
I don't know.
So it depends on the spell that you want to use. It could be in a spell that's more of a ranged spell attack, in which case you would roll your d20 and add the appropriate modifiers to it. Or it could be a spell that just automatically takes effect. It depends on which
I
one you
would
want to
like
use.
Cast Flaming Spear and just see what happens with that. Like, I don't know. I want to at least try and melt some of the ice that's around the lake as well, and hoping that'll happen to quickly affect. Whilst.
Yeah, I mean, you can absolutely cast that on this thing. So, Flaming Sphere, a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in an unoccupied space of your choice, within range and lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Once cast, you can also move the sphere up to 30 feet a turn. So you can cast it and really have it moving into, or, blossom right in the middle of this creature. However, it's only 5-foot diameter. So I would say you'd be able to cast it without hurting Eorad.
Okay, cool.
And the creature is currently restrained by the vines for now. You don't know how long that'll last.
This might turn up what left time, but it's not shit, right? It's gonna do some damage to it every time. So what do I need to roll? D20?
So for this one, nope, you just cast it.
Oh, cool.
So it's not a ranged
Yeah.
spell attack. It is more of an area concentration effect, however. So if you are casting this as a concentration spell, that is what it is, then you have to be aware of other spells that you would cast that would also require concentration. And if you take damage while the spell is active, I would have you roll to see if you could maintain concentration and control over the sphere. But no, you go ahead and cast it, and the enemy has to now do a dexterity saving throw.
It automatically fails because it's restrained.
It
Restrained
is.
creatures
It
automatically fail
does.
dex save.
Thank you, Eorad. Yes. So automatic success. It is taking 2d6 fire damage. So go ahead and roll for that. Roll 2d6 for me.
1d6 is a 1 plus 4.
Five.
So is it 5 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. When you cast
We are comboing.
combos, this is why I wanted to get rid of the initiative by initiative, turn by turn thing, because especially virtually, that just eats up so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Right, so to like give the sense that I actually really need the bathroom. I've been kind of trying to hold it for.
No worries.
Sorry.
Well, you guys will have to fill her in on what happens next.
Yeah.
So
Everyone died.
this sphere, boom, it explodes and it has a chemical reaction, kaboom. No. So this flaming sphere blossoms into life, and this intense heat all of you can feel, which actually provides some sort of comfort and respite from the cold that you now realize was beginning to settle in. The longer you're in the presence of this thing, the colder it has become, and you can see the breath forming in clouds in front of you now. But with this bright light of fire, this flaming sphere, one, the vines wilt faster and burn away, so it's no longer restrained. But two, it absolutely takes damage from this, and it begins to writhe and almost try to shield itself in the face of this fire. As it again, now freed, thrusts itself away even farther back. As this is happening, as you are viewing this, Marlowe, what do you do?
So seeing Kendis having done that, I've thought of something, and would assume, having traveled the seas for as long as I have, I would have picked up basic skills like learning how to light a fire using any general items I have on hand.
Absolutely.
So what I want to do is I'm assuming my arrows have some sort of wood in them, and I would like to light one on fire and shoot it at the foot
Flaming
of
arrow?
the creature. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did I miss? Sorry.
The fire was super effective.
Yeah, we...
However, it is no longer restrained as the vines were burned away.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen, but we were on a timer with those. Anyway.
So Marlowe, you're going to do a fire arrow, right? With your crossbow.
Yes.
Excellent.
In its general vicinity, yes.
In its general vicinity?
Well, at it, basically. 17.
In the general vicinity, focused on its body.
On it. Yeah.
17 hits. Absolutely hits. So roll for damage. Go ahead and add, if it's flaming, roll your damage, but I would say if it's on fire, just do another, like, 1d4 fire damage.
Well, I got a 6 on that, so...
Is that including your,
no, that's just what I rolled.
bonus? Okay.
So... 16? Plus the fire damage?
1d4 fire damage, yes. And you added your dex bonus, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
So 18.
18 total?
Yes.
18 damage?
Wow.
Whoa. Wait, how much damage does a crossbow do?
Well, it's
Damn.
1
Flaming.
6 plus 4 piercing.
Oh, +4. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew. Well then. Okay. So you are able to shoot this flaming arrow. Where would you say it hits? Where would you like for it to hit?
Would I have noticed it hurt more in a certain spot with the flame that Kendis directed at it?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's hard to pinpoint one certain area of weakness or vulnerability when a ball of fire exploded on it, just kind
That's
of in general.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Its body hurts. You can imagine.
I want to go for a headshot, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go for the chest.
Okay. You're aiming for wherever the heart would be,
Yeah.
perhaps. And it sticks. The arrow, and this is something, again, you notice, the arrow actually sticks into the form. And this time, while you can't necessarily hear a sound issuing from this creature, you can feel this shriek of pain. And interestingly enough, the trees around you actually begin to tremble as it writhes and tries to pull the arrow from it. It is very weak. It is still standing, however. But before you can do another move, because now it's the top of the round again, it is going to glide farther back, away from you. It raises a hand out towards all of you and casts Fog Cloud. So this thick fog, joined in by the cold airs rolling in from the lake, seems to issue forth from it, from the ground beneath its feet, spreading out thick in a wide radius towards all of you, obscuring your view of it as it glides quickly across the lake towards the island. Not as quickly as the first one did, however, it is retreating.
I think
And it is-
Eorad is...
Unless you do something, it is gone.
Why not? You know what? Why not? Eorad's gonna... How far away is it right now?
I mean, you are closest to it. If you had that sort of hunting instinct, I'd say you would be able to still kind of track it. Now, all of this would be happening pretty quickly. If you, as Eorad, would be pursuing as it was retreating the first time, as it was casting fog, I'd say you would be able to
Yeah, I think
try to do another hit if you want.
Yeah, I think for one, he would have probably thought like, oh, they're gonna cast another damage dealing spell, so let me just make sure I can get to them.
I would
before they
allow
can.
that. Yeah.
So I think he's gonna, as he's moving towards it, it's gonna reach behind his back and pull out his spear and just throw it.
I forgot you had a spear.
Yeah.
I do.
Monk
Oh,
weapon. Yeah. Roll for attack.
Do it.
It's a Spartan style.
That
isn't
is so it's a 22 to hit.
Yes. Yes.
it?
Because it's thrown, I can't use a D8, but 9 damage. I just throw it right into the back.
Yeah. So
Nice.
the fog cloud, as it was beginning to roll out, it obscured everyone's vision of this scene. You just
Or should I
saw
roll with
Eorad.
disadvantage? Or-
You rolled a 20 something to hit.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. It's not like this is the big one. Come on, guys. This is just a teaser. But all of you see Eorad rushing in, preparing to throw a spear. You don't hear anything past that point, except a thud. Eorad, the spear makes contact. You are the only one that sees this. How would you aim? Like, how do you want to do this kind of thing? Without using that term, because that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's fair. I think he kind of holds it. He does the whole javelin kind of thing. Like he holds it as he runs and just goes, throws it with like all the force of his body, the torque and everything into it, and probably like I think he aims for the back, like lower back of the figure, and just watches the spear soar through the air until it lands.
It makes contact first. It actually makes contact and is now lodged in the core, the lower core of this figure. And they fall forward as they were attempting to flee. The fog begins to dissipate around you. The fog begins to dissipate around you, switching up the music now. And it's almost as if made of fog, as the fog dissipates, the shadowy nature almost lifts from this figure as if it were a veil, and dissipates as well. And for the briefest of moments, you can see a face. And it looks very similar to Arlai's face. Not Arlai, but possibly related. Just eyes full of fear and pain. And then the figure also dissipates into the mist, leaving behind the spear and the arrow.
Would Arlai have been close enough to see that?
At this point, the rest of the fog now drops. And the rest of you see Eorad standing there with no figure. The horned figure is gone.
What happened there, Red? I couldn't see anything.
I think that was, and he just like picks up the spear and like she's on his back again. I think that was Arlai's sister. But she just disappeared after my spear hit.
No illusion, though. There's definitely physical contact here.
Definitely. And he just picks up the arrow as well and hands it over to Marlowe.
You have recovered your arrow.
Edgewitch, what do you make of this? Do we get this island quickly?
I do not know. I think we need to head over to the island of the lake, but I don't know. What do you think, Timbersmith?
I need your confidence now. Where's your assertiveness gone now? Help us out.
Is the other figure still visible?
No. No. It traveled across the lake to the island, and you saw nothing of it after.
Like, Bomb at this point's really spinning out. He's not acting like himself. He's being quite harsh to people. And he kind of walks to the side and he looks down at his flower pot around his neck, and he deliberately moves away from the group. And he's thinking of his cousin Lamp right now, all the time. He's not doing well. He's basically having a little mini kind of breakdown a little bit about things. And obviously that's quite obvious to everyone to see it. He doesn't hide the fact that he's not coping.
Yeah.
Eorad, again, kind of like... the best way I can explain is like he kind of stretches and you can hear like the sound of like metal like grinding against each other as he kind of like... It's almost like he's cracking his back, but he's awful, so you just hear the grind of like metal and like snap and grind of metal as he kind of stands up straight. And it was heading over to the island. So was the second figure, so I think we should just head there. That was our goal in the first place. Whatever is causing this is most likely there.
I agree. There's no sense waiting around here. You fought bravely, Eorad, as did everyone. But
It's what I'm built for.
Is the boat big enough to fit all of us?
It's like a long canoe kind of boat, so I would say yes. However, I would say that it's pushing it with the 5 of you, one of you being a rather large Firbolg. Elena is, or not Elena, Aralai, Lady Vervain, is back, kind of sitting slumped against a tree with Kralda beside her. During this combat, during this encounter, Kralda was more standing in front of Aralai in defense. Aralai is crying. She looks up to the 5 of you and she begs, please. That was not my sister. I'm sure of it, but she needs your help. Please, please figure this out. Please help her.
We'll help her.
There's not room enough for all of us on that boat.
No, I think it's probably best you do stay here. It seems there's more than one of these things. So, I mean, while we're on the island, maybe you could keep an eye out for any others that might be crossing over to this side of the lake.
Kralda speaks up. This is outside of my realm of expertise. I'll take Aralai back to the home, to the house. That other one didn't look like it was coming for us. That first one you spotted, Marlowe. I'll take her back and keep an eye on things here. You 4 be careful.
I think we'll be fine.
we should be okay. Timbersmith?
Give me a
We
moment.
can't do this without you.
Give me a moment, please.
Of course.
just one moment. And he sort of whispers to his mother. He's like, "Mother, this feels beyond me. I should go back to the Knotless Woods and protect our borders. I've never been in any sort of conflict or any sort of combat with something.
I know you haven't, my son. But I think in order to protect our family, you have to move forward." Her voice seems quiet, but she's still there.
In times of peril, we must all step up and do things that are not perhaps in our comfort zone, but so long as we have strength and good companions by our side, I am sure we will make our way through it and come out whole at the end of it. I have faith in you, Timbersmith, and I would feel better for having you by my side on this journey.
You've never hesitated before. You fill me with doubt.
This brings back memories of difficult times in Jakul. I apologize for whatever doubts I may have cast in you, but I'm going to step into this unknown with these two who were sent to us on the sea, and we would like to have you alongside. It's your choice, naturally, but I believe you are capable of more than you think you are.
I should like the chance to prove this. I shall join you in ascent to this island. Yes, okay. I agree. And he kind of looks down at the flower pot and he's like, he doesn't say anything, but he just acknowledges it with a look.
You are as strong as the forest itself, my son. The Timbersmiths are part of this as well. The Vervains aren't the only ones with green in their blood.
And with that, he kind of, as a show of confidence, he kind of drops the bark skin off himself, like he's returning to a natural state. And he kind of steps forward, and he's the first one to the boat. And he kind of wades in to the lake.
Just walks right into the lake.
And takes the front of the boat, like the bow. Yeah. Yes.
I don't know.
Time to look up nautical terms. Marlowe, yeah. Let's go.
You should be the expert at this.
Let's go, sailor background, piloting watercraft.
Watercraft, yeah. Yeah, so he seems to have got his confidence back.
Good.
Pep talks all round.
Pep talks, yes.
The astral, the kind of almost nebulous kind of astral arms that have been floating over Eorad's body kind of melts away and it's just fades back again, and the ringing of his tuna fork just kind of dulls down and just stops.
Yes. And that is the bow. You are correct, Mom. I'll send you guys a little picture showing the basic parts of a boat later. So there are 2 oars.
Anatomy.
There are 2 oars.
Two oars or 2 sets of oars? Is it 2 pairs or just 2 oars?
2 pairs, sorry.
Okay.
2 sets, 2 pairs of oars. So 4 in total.
Yeah.
So all of you could pick up one, and Bomb. There are some very recognizable carvings on these oars. Some of the elder timbersmiths must have created this before you really picked up the craft yourself. But you recognize the artistry of it.
Yeah, part of Bomb's wisdom is like seeing a connection in all things.
Mm-hmm.
As part of his deeper wisdom, he believes that he doesn't believe in coincidence. He believes that all things are connected. And when he sees these symbols, when he sees these carvings, he thinks like 150% I'm meant to be here, and I'm meant to be on this boat, or meant to be pulling this boat along and wading through into the deep. He's going to take his chances and hope that it doesn't get so deep that he goes under. He's 7 foot tall, so
I don't think is the boat that far out. I mean,
You'll probably want to get in the boat, and as you start to, I imagine you wait until everyone's on the boat before you really start to pull it into the water.
Absolutely, of course.
You're just pulling it in. You're going, all right,
Come on.
ships a sailing. Let's go.
Now or never.
Jump in.
Tams. Yeah. No, I wait for everyone to get on,
Yep.
and I basically give it initial kind of send off. You know, like you would with a
Yeah.
like a surfboard or something.
I would say, since it is a cantrip, you could even use that shaped water to kind of create a small swell behind you to give you guys a little bit of a push as you begin to row.
Is
Your
the
way
ice
across
sort of
the lake.
fully melted then, or
Sorry?
is the ice around the lake fully melted?
So the ice began closer to the island.
Oh, okay.
It had
cool.
spread. It won't take you long to get to the point where there is ice because it has continued to spread.
Okay.
So you will start to row. And as the oars break the surface of the water, there's no current, nothing of that sort. So it's not difficult rowing. I would like for each of you to roll a perception check for me, or investigation, depending on if you are just looking, peering about, or if you're keeping an eye out for something in particular.
oh, nat 20.
Perception, investigation, what you looking for?
Probably for. I'll go investigation.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Can I do detect magic on the ice? See if it's like like a casted thing,
Sure.
whether it's
Yep,
whether it's
I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
Eorad, okay, so if it's investigation, that means you're looking for something specific. Are you looking out for something in particular?
Yeah, I think I'm probably looking out for like, so in the direction that we saw the other shadowy figure go in, do I see any like signs of what direction it went in, past the tree line or anything like that?
In terms of where they emerged from, or where they went on the island?
And where they emerged from. So like, from what I'm understanding, they came from the island while going to another point.
No, they came from the edge of the lake to the island.
Okay.
They were going to the island, yes.
Okay, yeah. I want to see like what path they went through. If they're aiming for something in particular that I can see from here
Okay.
as they're going to the island.
With a nat 20, there doesn't necessarily seem to be any particular... I'll give you this. There doesn't seem to be any particular path once you get to the island. And I would say if you wanted to, you can row around the other side to where you know, especially with that nat 20, that the other horned figure would have tried to enter. You don't necessarily see a path. However, as you get closer and closer, and I would say you're roughly halfway. We'll say at this point you're about halfway because you're keeping an eye out right to the edge of the ice as it has reached across the waters. You do notice something interesting about this island. What seemed to be an island covered with smaller trees, like, with a little bit of a tree line, a small wood, I guess you could say. You realize that it's not actually multiple trees. I wish I had a good picture to show you, but I couldn't find anything that even came close to what I had envisioned for this. all these trees, all these boughs and leaves and vines that you see, all seem to be connected somehow. Rather than an island with many trees on it, as you get closer, you see, with your sharper eyes, that this island seems to have almost even grown from a single tree. It is not many. It is not a solid island. But it looks to be the upper part of one huge tree, with branches sprawled out across the surface of the water over time, and other branches and boughs and vines spreading from the top. And an island has more formed from the lower levels of branches of this ancient, huge tree itself. And with that in mind, having rolled a natural 20, and looking very critically at all of this as you're going across the waters, which are quite clear, if you were to look below the water, you would see this network of roots, of tree roots, deep, deep beneath the water at the lake bed itself, sprawling out, radiating out from the center of this structure in the middle of the lake.
I think Eorad just keeps that in mind. I don't think it seems very important at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is a very interesting thing that he keeps in mind for now.
Mental note.
Yeah.
That's no moon. I mean island. And at this point, you have reached the edge of the ice. The ice is pretty thick. I'd say a couple yards in, it is thinner on this outer ring, but as you get closer, it is definitely thicker ice. You'd either have to break through or hope the ice holds if you try to walk. You don't see any other figures right now.
Eorad kind of shuffles up to the bow, now that we learned that name, the bow of the ship, and just cracks a knuckle and just he's gonna punch
your way through the ice.
Yeah. He's just gonna punch his way through the ice if he can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll join him next to him with one of the carvings from my back, just slamming the ice with a half trunk.
Oh, you brought one of those with you?
Yeah.
Is that basically just like a great club kind of thing that you're gonna?
Yeah, it's a great club, yeah.
Great club. It's a carved.
Yeah. It's one of
Out of curiosity, what is the carving?
Just
fist.
say no to ice in furball.
The de-icer.
The icebreaker.
Oh, it's the icebreaker! Bomb and the icebreaker. Nice. Oh no.
Which is great with how awkward Bomb is.
Yeah, exactly.
Not very good at breaking the ice.
Not at all, no. That would fit very well.
It is now the icebreaker. I'm writing it down.
It's got a ton of fish around it as well.
All the fish. All right. Where's my pen? I have to write down icebreaker.
He's very into his fish carving at the moment.
Yeah. No, nothing wrong with that.
Monda's apparati at the moment.
Okay. I would say roll for damage just to see how far you're able to get before you get to the thicker ice.
Oh, for damage, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna hit it.
10.
That's 8. No, 7. Sorry.
7. A 7 and a 10.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not hard to break through the first section of thinner ice, where it was spreading out to the rest of the lake towards the rest of the woods. The rest of the forest, rather. So I'd say you're probably able to get a few yards closer. A couple yards closer. But at this point, with those rolls, you're going to start tiring yourself out. and the ice is definitely thicker. You would either have to, really put some more force in crushing all of that ice, or find another way across.
Well, Bomb kind of trusts it at that point because he's putting so much force into this. So he would 100% think that would hold him, even his weight, to walk towards the island. So he's gonna that's what he's gonna think.
What's Kendis's flight capabilities as an helicopter? Are they not just like?
I was gonna ask
You can
that.
just
Yes.
you can just flat out fly.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's just as we can walk, you can just fly instead.
Yeah. You have an actual flying speed as an Aarakocra. You have
Crazy.
yeah. So you have a flying speed of 50 feet.
Oh whoa, more than I thought. Cool.
You're kind of built for it.
Am I strong enough to carry someone? Say if Bomb does fall, would I be able to?
Ooh, I don't think you'd be able to carry Bomb. I mean, you could roll it for it. I mean,
What's your strength?
No, he didn't try to
Never mind,
eating.
never mind. Too ambitious. Too ambitious.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're at 20.
Let's
I mean-
remember that
Eating
that
incident.
eating incident.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Never mind. Don't have any cantrips for that either. So never mind.
It's fine.
I
I
mean-
don't know about you guys, but I don't need to breathe, so falling into
Yeah.
the water is fine.
Exactly.
How far are we from the island at
You're-
this point?
I'd say you're a little over halfway there.
What's the distance?
yeah. Let's say
3 kilometers.
Close. Maybe 2 kilometers.
Marlowe, should I eat you?
Oh no.
Are you sure?
I am perfectly capable of getting you places.
You're one kilometer. 1
without
kilometer away.
being thrown. But thank you so much for the offer.
We'll say 1 to 1.5 kilometers away. Just under a mile.
Eorad, we should not walk at the same time.
Fair.
Take different
Oh, yeah.
paths.
You can take the more direct path. I will take the longer one. I'll probably keep up with you anyway.
Excellent.
I mean,
Okay, so
without making you roll for it, this ice has been building up for quite some time. As long as you move carefully, you think that you'd be able to traverse. Yeah, you're not going to be standing on exactly the same point. You're not going to be following in each other's footsteps necessarily. But
I want to start leaping across the ice.
figure skating even. Triple axel. Go.
nice.
I mean, you can. Yeah. So you are now traversing. What are you doing with the boat?
I love the idea that Marlowe just picked up some figure skating skills on her dad.
Yeah, she
I mean, yeah.
You know, somewhere
attached
overseas.
chisels to her feet. Went off on one.
Yeah, I mean, what else would you do while waiting for the cargo to be loaded up in Yokul? You know, some of those icier ports.
One of the captains was a world-renowned figure skater. You know?
I'll allow it.
Eorad's gonna be also just get out of the boat and start walking, probably slightly more curved paths just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
His walking speed is pretty high anyway, so it's not like he'll fall behind or anything, even if he does take a longer route.
Bomb's going straight forward towards the island.
Yep. Okay.
Eyes forward, eyes on the prize.
You begin walking towards the island. Eorad, as you get closer, we're just going to maintain that 20, right, that you rolled. you see, kind of on the periphery, not stopping to interact with you, 2 more figures.
Oh.
Coming from the edges of the lake. Drifting towards the island.
Is their build similar?
Yes.
Like, does it seem like... Okay.
They look identical.
And,
These
this is a bit of
ones, not quite as
question.
physical as the others.
Okay.
They move faster than you, walking across the ice. It is quite slippery, so you're deliberately, carefully making your way across.
I think, Eorad just let everyone know.
There are 2 more figures coming in. They don't seem to be interested in us.
They're heading straight for the island
heading
ahead.
for the island.
And at the current pace, they will get there before you do. And in fact, if you continue just to walk and make your way straight towards the island, they enter and disappear into the trees, into the branches.
Yeah, I think Eorad just, after letting everyone know, he just keeps going. There's not really much you can do with
Yeah, I
trying to
mean-
pick a fight on ice.
Bomb's
So-
the same, really. He's trying to get to land. Is the hedge witch above us?
Ah, you're just flying.
Are they flying
right?
over? Are they flying
Yeah,
over?
yeah. Just, yep.
So you were able to see these as well. And if you want to fly higher up, I would say that you would actually be able to see and determine exactly what Eorad noticed from the boat. That instead of a cluster of trees, you're actually looking down at the top of one single huge tree. I'd say it's probably about... It's not a huge island. It is small. It is clustered. I'd say maybe from, its widest point, because it's not perfectly circular, I'd say maybe it's about... I don't have a good concept of distance. Half a mile seems a little too much. We'll say 1/4 mile. From end to end. It's not like, 8 feet across. Do I need to convert 1/4 mile? 5 miles to meters.
Yeah.
402 meters.
Okay.
Just over 400 meters. Once the figures disappear into the tree, you don't really see where they have gone. But, Kendis, you do see in the center, there is definitely a higher point. The kind of apex of the tree. And if you look down, and if you wish, you can come back down and enter and walk in with the rest of the party. That central trunk is, honestly, it is the anchor.
Okay.
Of this. So you walk up. You're at the island now. You don't see the figures. I almost said what they were again.
Ooh, it began with an SH.
Oh.
I figure it out.
You guys can figure it out if you haven't already. These shade-like figures.
Shade? Shadows.
So you should know by now
Shifters.
that whatever I use is going to be reskinned in some way.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna metagame. I have never heard of anything other than shambling mounds.
Oh, which are so much fun.
Yeah. that's the
Don't
only thing
spoil
it
it. What do you
has.
think this island is?
It's a massive shambling mound. That'd be
Kidding.
awesome.
That would be
Kaiju
nuts.
battle.
Not at level 3.
Yeah, right. When as Bomb approaches the island,
Yes.
He's gonna use the speech of beast and leaf, and he's gonna ask the spring tree to close its roots in the language of his people, of his family.
You're going to try to speak to...
Yeah, it says communicate, though not understand, the beasts and plants, and influence them. So he's going to count the tree as being a plant, and try to ask it to close its borders to these invaders.
Your accent was a little too northern there, but understandable. A little too much
Is that
pine.
like a spell?
No, it's his speech of beast and leaf. It's one of his abilities.
I would say
Not a
roll.
spell.
Roll. I'll let you choose either charisma or wisdom.
Okay.
Straight up.
Straight. Well, wisdom. Charisma's terrible, so it's going to be confusing. Well, that's 19, though. 24.
24. Are you able to feel or hear a response?
No. I don't understand the response.
Okay.
I'm just asking it to do something, as I would like a raccoon or something. I'd say store up for the winter.
No response.
No response.
No response.
Okay. He's continuing on towards the tree.
What is I guess the terrain like on the island? Is it like frosty?
About to describe that now. Now, as you set foot upon the island, all of you do notice that the floor of the island is not just soil. It does look to be very thickly woven and intertwined branches of what you now see is this immensely ancient tree. And as you walk through, the ground beneath your feet does crunch as it is all encased in ice and frost. And while it does not necessarily appear to be withered, the leaves of this great mother tree have darkened. As you make your way through the branches of this tree, which have almost grown to form, individual clusters of trees themselves, it does not take you long to reach or even see the center. This immense tree trunk rising up, forming the central anchor of this strangely formed island. What would once be this warm, rich tone to the wood, it is almost silver gray, just from the cold, just from the ice and frost, crusting over the bark itself. And in the center, what I can only describe as the heart of the tree, the ice is at its thickest, at the heart of this tree trunk. And everything is quiet here. Kendis and Baum, you notice this first. You notice this more strongly because of the connection that both of you have. There is a strange energy here, or there should be a strange energy here. You know, and you can feel that this itself is the spring. This tree, this anchor, with the roots as they spread out through the bottom of the lake, serves as that arcane magical anchor for the forest. And it is frozen. And if you peer through this chunk of ice that is formed at the heart of this trunk of this tree, you do see a darker point within the ice. It's hard to really tell, but it looks like there's some sort of figure there, almost embedded within the tree itself. And as you wait and look and try to determine what this may be, Eorad and Marlowe, you see it first. Within the branches high above you, seeming to materialize from the air itself, 4 more horned figures.
Ambush.
Gazing down upon you, watching your movements.
Eorad immediately has his ready. So the last time that no, it's astral fist because those require key points, and I'm low. I'm low and already.
Did you do anything to heal while you were rowing?
I need a short rest for that. I need to repair myself with my repair kit.
Marlowe helped you do that on the ship, so she would know how to help.
Oh yeah, no,
that.
I mean, even he knows how he automatically has proficiency in that. Just that it requires at least an hour to do. It's one of the, it's basically a short rest kind of thing. So yeah, I don't think it took us an hour to row.
Not quite. I would say it probably took maybe almost an hour from the point where you left the shore in the boat to the point where you stepped on the island.
Yeah, and that's not long enough to have done a full repair. So yeah.
Not quite.
Would it be if someone was helping though?
I don't know. I mean, it literally says it takes an hour, at least, for this version of the Warforged that we're using.
I would say that it wouldn't take quite as long if you have help. I would say maybe with enough experience, you could probably cut that time in half. If it's that kind of, because it's repair. It's not necessarily waiting for your body to repair itself.
Yeah.
It's more of a repair kit. So if
I'm down for it.
If you like, I would say, I'll allow it because there are 4 of them. I would say that you would be able to recover as if you had taken a short rest.
I'm proficient in tinkering.
You
if
are.
that counts.
You are.
There's actually they talk about that as well. If someone's proficient in tinkering,
Yeah.
Yeah, it covers everything. Hold on, where is it?
Yes.
I mean, if it didn't say that, I would say let's use that.
I think they do. I can't find it. I can't remember. I didn't write in my D&D Beyond, but it said it in the actual page. It says something like if they're not proficient in the specific Warforged repair kit, because it's a specific item, and they're proficient in tinkering, it can still be done, but it takes twice as long. So I guess it could still help though if we're both doing it.
So go ahead and heal.
Okay. What is the? I can't remember what to roll for that. The D4, D6, D8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Heal as if you had taken a short rest. Retroactively.
Bomb's kind of raging at this point.
Yes.
And he breaks into action.
You're going to go ahead and move.
I'm gonna cast Spider Climb, which is the weirdest sight you'll ever see.
Whoa!
Scamper up the tree, the main tree, where all the figures are.
Yeah,
in the
they are. So they are spread across
Yeah.
different branches, forming something of a ring around the central trunk. Of course, on that outer
spider
ring
climb
towards
up to their level.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna run forward and try and essentially rugby tackle one out of the branches.
Well, there's your combat music.
We
All right.
One.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know everything on 4, but you know, I guess.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay.
I wanted to spider climb since the beginning.
Okay. What is your speed? I mean, I'm gonna let you get there anyway, but
My speed? Oh, speed. Oh, 30 foot walking.
okay.
But yeah,
That will be enough to get you to that first level of branches.
yeah, and I just charge forward and try and take them out of the branches.
Roll for your attack against one of them.
I want to follow Bomb.
Team.
You want to climb up as well? How will you climb up?
I have a second story work.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm gonna take a running jump.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, we're gonna do this.
Combos.
Since you went ahead and took the
Combo.
initiative, and all of you were sort of on edge anyway, I will let you, as the party, take the first moves.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfectly fine. However, as two of you did start climbing up, I would say, because it still takes some time, the fog starts to roll in and descend upon you. So the area is going to very quickly, we'll say by the end of this next turn, of your turns, it is going to be obstructed visibility.
Right.
How much can Kendis slap their wing to like dispel the fog? It's
Ooh.
like a Pokemon. Right?
What was that? Oh, with your wings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candace uses whirlwind.
Super
Amazing.
effective.
And not
5e fusion now includes Pokemon.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, exactly. I like it. I like it.
I would say once you know that spell, you would absolutely be able to cast the spell with your wings.
Oh, there is a spell for that then. So
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah,
Mm-hmm. Like Tunnel of Wind or something. Wind.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep that one on the back burner.
But I rolled a 19 for the tackle.
Hits.
Attack.
That absolutely hits.
Only does 3 damage, but I'm intending to careen out of the tree towards the ground.
That's fine. So you want to have more of a shove sort of attack. So this does mean that if you are tackling, that you would be falling to the ground as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
On top of it, yeah.
Okay. In that case,
The full damage is gonna be ridiculous.
I want you to do. I mean, it won't be horrible. So fall damage is 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet that you fall. So this would be 3d6. However, since you're doing this deliberately as a tackle,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is definitely going to take some fall damage. But I would let you do an athletics, because I'm pretty sure your strength is probably better than your dex.
Nope.
Either an athletics or acrobatics,
That's good.
which would be strength or dex saving throw, really. You're doing this deliberately. Do a check to determine at the bottom of the fall if you are able to stabilize and land in such a way where you're at least mitigating the damage. You're still going to take some damage because it's 30 feet.
But
But
as a bonus action, I can use wild shape. I can turn myself into a squirrel or a cat and land on my
you
feet.
do have wild shape because you're a druid.
So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to tackle them out of the branches.
Okay.
And
Yes.
just as I'm about to hit the floor, I turn into a cat and try and land perfectly.
Cats always land on their feet.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
But close enough where... Okay.
Where I can sustain...
Ooh. Am I going to allow that?
Acrobatics?
I don't know,
That's
conservation
kind
of
of-
momentum. I don't know. Like as a physicist in here, I
that's,
think the conservation of momentum rule doesn't really. I mean, but then again, we're also in a world full of magic, so I guess physics don't really matter.
It's inventive. Come on.
Drak kinda
It is inventive, and I will reward the creativity.
I love it. I think it's
I'll reward the creativity. Fine.
Acrobatics
Fine.
check.
Yeah,
I
still
mean,
do
cats
it.
would have better decks. I mean,
Yeah, they do.
even
You
if
have.
sort
Do
of
you
roll,
have
it's probably
cat
better.
stats?
I can look for them real quick. It's easy on D&D Beyond.
Cat D&D 5th edition.
17 rolled on acrobatics.
You have
it
plus
doesn't matter what
2
the
for
stat is then.
dexterity. Yeah. And now you've got little claws too. Bomb cat.
Bombcat.
Bat. No, that doesn't work. That's something different. Yes, so I will allow this. So, you.
So you've imagined me tackling this thing out of the tree trunk.
Yep,
out of
and
the
it
tree
did
branch.
3 damage.
Yep, 3
This
damage.
thing is going to have to do a
Plus the full
dexterity
damage, yeah.
saving throw to see if it can at least prevent some of the fall damage. Let's roll for fall damage.
Oh. Nice.
With the caveat that they're not quite as physical, corporeal as the other ones were.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And you notice that when you are tackling it.
Grappling it, yeah.
That there is some sort of resistance there, but not as much as you would expect, which probably led you to some degree to sort of overshoot with the force that you used. You're expecting more resistance. Okay. It takes an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't roll very high. 6 damage.
9 damage still. That's cool.
Yep.
And it's on the floor.
Yep, it is on the ground. However, it's as if it kind of stumbles, but it can't actually be knocked prone in this state.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But
right,
it is
okay.
down on the ground and therefore accessible now. And you are now a cat. You are now Bomb Cat.
Do you need the stats for a cat? Because cats are squishy.
We've got it. We've got it. I will send this in the Zoom. I've got it pulled up. Cat stats.
So Marlowe went up as well. What's Marlowe doing?
Yep, Marlowe. What you got? You're able to also, with your second story work, scale up to the top. There are still 3 up there.
So as Bomb was doing that, I would like to. I have rope on me. Tie it to the end of an arrow. And
Okay.
shoot that at one of them.
Okay.
Grab hold of the arrow and then slide down the tree. Like
Ooh.
grab hold of the rope connected to the arrow and then slide down the tree.
Okay, and you want the arrow to be shot at one of the creatures, at one of the
Yeah,
figures?
at least one of them. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
3.
Basically, everyone's trying to pull them out of the tree.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting.
These are some pretty and this is your like proper crossbow, right?
Yeah.
This is not your okay, yeah. Roll for attack. Are we gonna think about physics and the weight of the rope and the arrow and the course of the flight? Just roll for
No.
attack.
I never think of the
See?
physics. Never
Huh?
think of the physics.
It hits. It hits.
I mean, we could roll for sleight of hand to see how well the
Mm,
knot is tied.
that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll for sleight of
Sleight of
hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
You have to crit it.
So I'm pretty sure you have
You
fast
say
hands
that.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You have fast hands, so that lets you tie it
that's
anyway.
that's a 20.
Is it really?
Well, nat 20.
Not 20, yeah.
It's a nat 20. That is our second nat 20 of the evening. Dang! Dang! So not only were you able
I
to
do
tie
it?
this knot, but you somehow were able to work it so it actually helps the arrow fly straighter.
Nice.
What the heck is this sorcery?
It's all those fisherman's knots I learned.
All
in-
those
on
fisherman's
ships.
knots. This is now the
Yeah,
bird
makes
knot.
sense.
Okay, so the arrow sinks in. Roll for damage. For this second figure? The second shade.
14.
14? 14 damage? Shoot.
Oh, is that with sneak attack?
No. Do I get
Oh.
that sneak attack?
I don't think so, no.
No.
No, they knew.
Yeah,
There's no
no
sneak
one's-
attack
no
on this
one's-
one.
Yeah.
No. 14. Cheese and rice. Okay.
And this is
Sugar honey iced
Cracking us
tea.
down.
Sugar honey iced tea.
Flapjacks and syrup.
Are you dragging us down now?
I
Marlowe?
love you guys. Okay, so you are able to shoot, and it buries deep into the torso, into the chest area of this figure, and it kind of takes a bit of a step back. So, are you rappelling down now?
Yeah. Trying
Nice.
to like kind of kick off the tree to give me some like so I'm not
Absolutely.
just propelling down.
Absolutely, you do. However,
Comes at a cost.
I mean,
it's gonna be you're gonna be pulling it down with you.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna stay anchored to the tree.
Yeah.
So you are able to kind of rappel down. I'd say you're probably able to get about a third of the way. So we'll say 10 feet in more of a controlled thing before this thing also ends up toppling down. So roll in athletics or acrobatics rather. Check for me. Oh, this feels more like a saving throw though. I think this is more
I mean,
of a
is this on purpose? Because I assume this is on purpose. It seems
Yeah.
very planned.
When it's deliberate, I rather
Right.
use a check versus a saving
Yeah.
throw, which is to avoid an action being taken upon you. So yeah, do a check, do an acrobatics check, and this creature is going to have to do a saving throw.
Yeah.
In addition to the 14 damage it already took.
That's dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we'll say you're even able to, because you're not so far away from the trunk of the tree, you're even able to kind of use between the rope and the tree, kind of control your fall a little bit.
Nice.
Parkour, rogues, it'll be a thing. So you are able to come down to the bottom. Yeah, that's fine. I'm being too nice. I'm being way too nice.
We're being
I
I
think
mean,
so.
she kind of is.
I think
she is,
so.
but,
I think
you know,
so.
we're gonna take advantage of it until she decides not to be.
Because I would say you would still be taking some damage from this fall,
Yeah.
which rolling 2d6. I mean, it will still be at least cut in half from the roll that you made. So that's still only like 2 bludgeoning damage. So you still take 2 bludgeoning damage. However, this creature actually rolled very well for a dexterity saving throw. But still does take some damage. But you don't know how much. I don't have to tell you how much damage they took if they're just taking damage. I'll tell you how much damage you deal based on your rolls.
Yeah, totally.
So what's Kendis doing now?
Kendis and
I mean,
Eorad, you have one, now 2 on the ground, and the rest of the party is on the ground as well.
Is it my go?
Yeah, either one of you.
Yeah.
I'll go last.
I was going to use Green Flame Blade, which is one of the spells I equipped. Oh yeah. Sorry, I should have sent you the list, but here we are.
That's okay. Nope. Go for it.
Cool. Liam, I put the link in the chat. So, what's nearest to me? I guess there's one of these things nearby me, right?
Yep, I'd say you'd be able to get closer. You would
Okay.
have had faster access to the one that Bomb tackled to the ground. The one with the little tiny adorable cat next to it.
Yeah. Oh, a little adorable bumpkin, so cute.
Bomb cat.
Yeah, so I mean, I can hit a creature within 5 feet, so I'm just gonna hit whatever.
Yep,
I can
you'd
get
be
to
able to
this.
travel up to it and make that attack.
Gonna do that. It's very anime, sort of like swooping along the ground, flayed out like
Green flame blade.
what
Excellent.
roll just the damage?
Yes, it's just an attack roll.
Yep, so roll for the attack. Right?
That
I
is
think that's a
12.
plus your. What do you add usually for attack? What's your spell modifier?
Do I add a modifier for that? Sorry, I'm
It
So
sorry.
is.
for your
Spell
spell
modifier.
modifier, yep, that is
Yeah.
going to be wisdom.
Cool.
Yeah.
So in that case, that's a 16.
Hits.
Nice. Yes.
Definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Lovely. Let me just say what I have to roll for that. It's a D8, a 2D8, is it a day? I'm not looking at it.
So, what it does is you
Brilliant.
originally get. It just does normal weapon attack damage,
Okay.
and then you can cause a green flame to leap from the target to a different creature of your choice within 5 feet to
Ooh.
do another 1d8 of damage.
Yeah. But what dice do I roll?
It's a
So
short
this-
sword, is it?
Yeah, what weapon are you using?
It's a melee weapon.
Yeah, which kind? Because melee weapons are different.
I was just thinking like a short sword.
short
Okay,
sword.
so
I
do
think
you?
that's 1d6.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for this, you would have to have a.
Oh, do I not
sword.
bewitch that with like a? Do I not bewitch that out of existence? Oh, I already have to have the sword.
Yep. So you need to make to use the spell to cast the
Yeah.
spell. You must make a melee attack with a weapon against one
Oh,
creature.
okay.
So I mean, you would
mind,
have.
that's
I don't
different, yeah.
think you would have a
Never mind.
sword, but you would at least have some sort of knife or dagger
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
if you wanted to do
I
that.
could just use a tree branch that's nearby, like sturdy stick. Just like
I think that automatically does like 1d4, right?
I mean, I would allow that. It's
Like a
just
dagger.
melee attack
Yeah.
with a weapon.
Yeah.
sure.
What do you
So
wish to
what-
use for an attack? Are you using a dagger?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
So that'll you already hit. So roll 1d4.
That is a 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Plus your dexterity.
Plus my dex.
For this
which
one.
is a 2 plus 2.
Yep. Okay.
5.
So that'll be 5 damage for the attack
And
itself.
fire.
And then with the fire, yes,
The fire doesn't deal damage to the initial target, it jumps to someone else.
it jumps to a
and does
different
damage to
target.
them.
So there's
Got
nothing
it.
close
Marlowe.
enough.
All right.
Yeah, because Marlowe's target was on a different branch, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. But next time you want to use that, because it is just a cantrip, so you can cast it as many times as you want. Now we know how that one is going to work. That's pretty cool, though. Green Flame Blade. I haven't actually
Yeah,
seen
it's
that cast. Sword Coast
Yeah, that'd be
Adventures
cool.
Guide.
I
Nice.
misread the
And you
initial
still
part.
did 5 damage to this thing, which is good.
Nice.
Thanks for the help, folks.
Good. Okay. All right.
You still have
Eorad.
a bonus action, right? I don't want to like step on toes. Do you have a bonus action? I think you can still, if you still want to do something else. Dash.
So wait, I can do something else? Sorry, my
Bonus.
kid.
as
Do you
a
have any bonus actions?
Yeah, bonus action spell.
Does anyone need help?
I feel like not yet. No one's gotten attacked yet because we kind of jumped into it. Well, I say
Yeah.
we. Bomb kind of jumped
Bomb
into it
jumped
first.
into it.
Yeah.
Bomb's just like, yeah.
What
Climbed
happens
into it.
to? Nah, we're not gonna worry about it. When
guess
you
that's-
wild shape, when you bee shape, all of the stuff you're carrying just sort of melts magically and then it reappears.
Yeah.
We're good.
I think
that's
so.
actually
I was
mentioned in the
about
book.
to say like,
Yeah.
what happens to the nettle pot?
Yeah, no, it's part of like, it's literally part of the wild shape description.
It does, it
Everything you're
does.
wearing melts into
Yeah,
it.
because of course that's the question, right? I just think back to like Animorphs. I'd like to imagine though
Yeah.
that the little pot, the little flower pot, just kind of shrinks down as if it were a collar
Yes, and
around
it's still
any
there.
animal that you
I
turn
love
into.
that
I
idea.
love that. Yeah.
That's the
Bomb's
headcanon.
Bomb's got a lot of
in
disguise
what we
self
do
and
in the
stuff.
shadows when they turn into bats.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Knock into walls and lampposts. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. No. He definitely like. He's got a lot of disguise things and a lot of spells like that.
Okay, Eorad,
Yeah.
what you doing?
Um.
There are 2 on the ground, 2 still up in the trees for now.
I might as well deal with the ones on the ground first. Eorad just run to the nearest one near him, probably Bomb, since Bomb probably ran to the nearest one as well,
Yep.
and just lay into it.
Okay.
Gonna start off with. So I think his fighting style. I think one thing that you probably noticed that whenever we gone to combat, which is 2 times now anyway, Eorad's whole demeanor seems to change. He seems a lot more assured of what he's doing. Rolled a dirty 20, by the way.
Hits.
And yeah, and so when he's right now, kind of like bouncing his feet, kind of, I think of his fight styles like, I don't know how to pronounce it, capoeira.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like his fight style. So he kind of comes in just
it's like a dance.
immediately.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
So just immediately comes in with like a roundhouse kick to the face of this.
Oh, that's a beautiful form of
weird
martial
figure.
arts too. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna immediately follow up with I'm gonna roll all of the damage together, but I'm gonna immediately follow up with a flurry of blows.
Perfect.
So like he takes the momentum around and then just brings the other leg around with the back of his heel, slams into the side again.
Yes.
Nice.
To see if that hits.
I can picture that. That's brilliant.
22 to hit.
Yeah.
I think flurry of blows is 2 extra hits or 1. Let me check. Ooh.
I believe at this level it's
Been
1
your level
extra.
3 on it, yeah.
Oh no, it's 2. It's 2.
It is 2.
Unarmed. Yeah. I think it's 2 constantly, but if you take Drunken Master, at some point it becomes 3, but for everyone else it's just 2.
Just 2. That's all.
A 17 for the third one.
Okay. Yeah, those hit.
Yeah.
Wow. 3 lots of damage coming your way.
Yeah, I can't find my other D4. Oh, there it is.
The cat's just sat there drinking some milk from a little saucer.
Some sap from the ancient tree.
Oh no.
Watching on amusement.
What will sap from the Glenfarron mother
20.
tree do?
20
cat.
damage.
20 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it comes with a roundhouse kick, takes the momentum, slams into it again at the back of the hill, and then brings an elbow for the final hit,
Okay.
and just immediately gets back into the fighting posture and kind of bounces again on his
Okay.
feet.
All right. 20 damage. Your attacks do connect. And because your melee attacks are considered magical, it does the damage that you would expect. However, since these ones are a little bit more, they're not quite as corporeal as the ones that as the one that you fought on the banks of the lake, you notice that the bludgeoning damage that it would have taken from the fall didn't quite do it. So the non-magical damage that it has taken wasn't quite there. Otherwise, it would be done. This one would have dissipated into the mists by now. But you actually did quite a lot of damage to it. Very, very good. Very good.
When Bob's also overlooking this or onlooking this,
Yes.
Does the form drop at all to resemble the sister at all during this encounter?
During this encounter, no.
No.
And you didn't really see Eorad. I can't remember if you actually described what you saw before.
I did describe that. It looked like
Yeah.
but yeah, didn't see it, but I explained. Eorad described it.
Yeah. However, all of these figures, while these ones are a little bit more shadowy, all of these figures do have that same semblance.
Okay.
You just can't see the face clearly.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone's moved?
Yep.
It is now the Shade's turns. Starting with Eorad, because you have gone on the attack first. So it is going to reach out and use its Frostblight attack on you again. I will name it this time.
Right. Okay.
So that is going to be a 16 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
That's right, it's 17. Dang it! Well, that one misses.
Steps to the side.
That one misses. Marlowe, the one that you so rudely dislodged from the tree branch, is going to do the same thing to you. Reaching out to you, not so much in an embrace, but reaching out more to touch the side of your face. Unintentional rhyming.
Nice.
So that is going to be another 16.
Hits.
Hits.
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, okay, let me roll damage
Ooh.
first, but
Yeah.
you go ahead and roll damage for your Hellish Rebuke. Also, what form does your Hellish Rebuke take?
Ooh.
We know it's going to be some sort of fire, but I would like for you
Yes.
to describe it while I roll this damage for. You're taking 6 necrotic damage and 3 ice damage. As you feel the energy, the life force being drained out of you, and you feel this frostbitten effect on the side of your face where the shade touched. And as you feel this energy, the necrotic damage being taken from you, the form touching the side of your face becomes a little bit more physical. How much damage does your Hellish Rebuke do?
18.
18! You do so much damage. Okay. Yep. Alright. Did you describe your Hellish Rebuke yet?
And the center of it, it's a like very hot yellowy, like ochre kind of a color, and it fades out into like a red at the edges, and then at the very edges, it's like a greenish, like the tips of her horns.
Ooh,
So it like mimics
nice.
her a little bit.
Absolutely. So I'm imagining this. Your eyes flaring bright with this same sort of fire, and it travels. It almost like bursts on your skin and travels up the arm of this creature where it was touching you on your face for those flames to then envelop it and cause that damage, which causes it to immediately break contact with your face in recoil. And it does definitely take that damage. It's still standing though. So the downside, the pros and cons that you've been noticing, when they're more smoky, more amorphous, they don't take as much of that physical damage. However, now that they are more physical, they do have a little bit more weight to them. The more of that energy that it took from you, it will be a little bit easier to hit them. So while it didn't take the full amount of damage that it would have taken previously from that fall, you definitely have more of an effect now, but it is still standing. So the other two that are up in the branches still, they are actually going to now travel down the trunk to you. Actually, no. That's not what they do. They do this, they have this other sort of move. They're going to shadow step down. And at this point, the fog is going to roll in thick, so your vision is now obscured. You had that first round. These other two are not going to attack right away. They've moved and they have cast Fog Cloud. And now it is back to the four of you again. So at this point, any of your attacks are going to be at disadvantage.
Makes sense. Okay. What do I have to help us here?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So the fog's a spell, yeah?
Yes.
Or is it more of a... Yeah, it's a spell, actually. Okay.
So Fog Cloud. You create a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. So this fog is blossoming within the center of your area where you are all standing. And it looks to be made even thicker by the air rolling in from the lake. The sphere spreads around the corners and the area is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration, or until a wind of moderate or greater speed disperses it.
Okay. I mean, Eorad's not going to let that stop him.
No.
The one that he just slammed into, like...
You know where it is.
So, yeah. We're still roll with disadvantage, but yeah, he's going to come with, again... you know what? He's going to kind of like almost do like a spin, like a very breakdance kind of style spin, and just like I take the heel of his foot and slam into its gut with another unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
See if
Okay.
that helps.
So where's my other D?
There it is.
That's I rolled an 11 and a 12 plus
5, I think. Yeah, there's a 16 hit.
A 16? Yes.
Okay.
Their armor class is not very high.
Okay.
yeah, and just gonna slam into that for.
And you rolled at disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled
Yeah.
an 11 and a 12.
Perfect,
So 11
okay.
plus 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.
16 or
That's
17.
5 damage.
5 damage
Yeah.
total? Yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then. Oh, is it still standing or is it down?
No, that actually is enough to put that one over the edge.
Ooh, okay. And then, without even slowing down, I want to spend a key point to do an attack called Key Empowered Attack, which means I can use my monk weapon as my bonus action. Like, the moment he kind of spins and like gets back onto his feet, he immediately grabs the spear and throws it at the one attacking Marlowe.
Oh,
and sees if that
Nice.
hits.
Okay, roll at disadvantage.
This one's another 15.
That still is enough.
Okay. That is
They
7.
have surprisingly low AC.
7 damage.
7
as the
damage.
spear just slams into its chest.
Okay, so the spear is not a magical attack. However, it will still do some damage. Okay. Ooh. That one also is just enough for it to dissipate into the mist.
Ooh, this is great. I think
So
again,
those,
Eorad's like
however, those two are the only ones that have taken damage
yeah,
already. So with all 4 of you concentrating on damaging these 2, that was definitely effective.
yeah.
Good.
I think again, like Eorad, like this whole time Eorad's been here. Even when he's gotten more comfortable, he has been very like timid, which is very weird for like a nearly 7-foot tall Warforged. But like right now, he's like just. He
He's in
probably
it.
can't even. He doesn't even seem to really notice anyone else. This is like his.
You're in the
prerogative,
zone.
This is his mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he
So
just
with-
moves towards. Did other ones in the trees come closer?
They
and
have
come down or
dropped
just drop
down.
down?
They have
Okay.
dropped down. However, they are concealed, shrouded within that
In
fog.
the fog. Yeah, so you can't see him. Okay.
The first 2
Yeah,
you kind of
no.
knew where they were already. Yeah. Well done. With surgical
I was gonna
precision,
say
you
that.
have taken out the first 2. The first 2 creatures.
Yeah, he just stays there. Then he just stays there, getting ready for whatever might come.
Excellent. Who's next? Marlowe, Bomb, Kendis.
Oh, is it me? Or not?
Well, Bomb can't really see a lot, and he's just seen Eorad go, completely crazy on this one in front of him.
And
he's
you
just
are a cat
sounding like
at the
a
moment
cat.
as
He's just
well.
sounding like a cat. He's going to try to leap up onto the one behind him. This drop down or shadow stepped to the ground, and try and scratch its face.
I will say this.
Spring up.
So you have, as a cat, keen smell. Advantage on wisdom or perception checks that rely on smell. I would say that you'd probably be able to use your sense of smell to at least identify where it is. So I will say as a bonus action, go ahead and roll perception. To at least identify where it is. Your attack itself will still be a disadvantage.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11.
11. It's tough with this thick fog. However, you think you can determine the general direction of at least where one of them is? Because you were able to get a good whiff of it. It smells very strongly, honestly, of trees, almost like a combination of oak and pine in a strange way.
Okay.
in a strange, cold kind of way. But they have a very strong kind of almost like the concentrated smell you get from tree sap. So one of them you can tell, you can scent, is standing sort of in front of the trunk of the tree.
I'm going to try and slash at its face. Scratch at
Okay,
its face.
you run up and you try to leap
yeah.
and scratch up its shadow face. Roll for an attack at disadvantage.
Like bomb in boots.
Bomb in boots. Oh my goodness. Every creature you turn into is just going to be bomb and then whatever it is. Bomb cat. Bomb dog.
That's an 8 to hit.
An 8 unfortunately misses. Unfortunately misses. Where you thought it was, where you thought you could smell it, as you leapt forward, you actually continue to pass through that air and you hit the other side, hitting into the trunk. The big solid trunk of the tree.
Scratch that trunk.
Misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Okay, Kendis and Marlowe. Marlowe, the one that you were engaged with, has dissipated into the fog. Because of the thickness of the fog, you can't really see what they looked like before they dispersed.
Flame help dispel fog? So if I cast a flaming sphere, would that cast any light that would make it easier to see, or is that just gonna make a fire in the middle of fog very effective?
Fog being a denser, more moist form of air, I would say that with enough heat, you would probably be able to turn it into steam. And at least dissipate some of it. Because honestly, that's what happens to the morning fog, is it dissipates throughout the day. It's the heat of the sun warming the earth that ends up, kind of burning it off. Meteorology.
I guess I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere and hope it hits something.
Okay. Okay.
At the same time as trying to dissipate the smell of fog.
Where exactly are you casting it? You can't really see any of the people around you, but you can still remember the general direction. Yeah. Your general orientation.
How's my hearing as an alpaca or my eyesight? I guess I don't really get any advantages on those, right?
I don't know. Your hearing... I don't know if Aarakocra have any benefit to hearing.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah, and your vision is going to be affected anyway by the fog as it currently is.
Am I directly under the tree or not? Can I just throw the spear upright or downwards, I guess? I can't remember what I am in relation to
it
everyone
needs...
else. You need a bit more direction than me just casting it.
So you were close to bomb because you had attacked the same...
Yeah, but bomb's enough to go and attack the other guy, right?
Yeah. So I mean, you can cast it in that general direction.
I don't want to hurt my comrades. I don't want any collateral damage. Oh, goodness sake. Jeez, what other spells do I have? I do have a light cantrip. Can I use that?
It would probably have the effect of using fog lights in the fog.
Yeah.
On a car, so it could create more of a glare. I would say if you want to use Burning Sphere or Flaming Sphere, if you cast it kind of more in the middle, and honestly, you can shout out, fire! you can communicate with each other during combat. I know that doesn't often happen in D&D, weirdly enough, but you can absolutely communicate and yell out to each other. That's the point of doing this more as a small unit, more as a group.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. Kendis is gonna yell that they are about to cast Flaming Spear and then do that and kind of launch it in the direction that they last heard the shadow go.
Okay, so you'll end up casting it more kind of towards the front of that tree.
Yeah.
Where the two had dropped down before. As you cast it, the heat of it does help to dissipate some of that fog. So some of the fog will begin to clear. So now you have at least a little bit more visibility, I would say.
Sweet. Hopefully that's helpful. Do I still have to roll to hit something or not?
It didn't hit anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the creatures, the figures are not actually there. However, you can start to see more of them. The fog is still pretty heavy, but you can see now the vague outlines of things.
Cool. Okay. Fairly useful. So good. Ignore the fact that I just got my laptop.
Very good. Do you have any sort of bonus action? Can you move it as a bonus action? Flaming Sphere?
Just let me check.
Once cast?
When you move
It's
it,
following
just
round.
the barriers up to 5 feet tall and jump it across pits up to 10 foot wide.
And yeah.
Because if you can
So-
move it as a bonus action, I'd say you'd be able to
It sounds a
make a
bonus
sweep.
action, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move
Yeah.
it around a little, just kind of sweep it in a bit of an arc to start dispelling some more of this fog.
Yep. Okay. So you're able to do that, and you are able to now make out the figures of two. And again, they are standing a little bit wider apart, but they are standing in front of the tree.
Okay.
Which tree? The main center one?
The central tree, almost as if they are trying to put themselves between you and the trunk of the tree.
Yeah.
Marlowe.
I would probably still be pretty close to the tree since I
You
came
are.
down from it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to see if I can find the heart of it and stab a dagger into it and just see what happens.
So you're going to climb back up to the tree.
Yep.
And attack the frozen heart of the tree itself.
Yes.
I'll allow it. Okay. So you're climbing up, right? It's about halfway up the trunk, so at about 15 feet
Okay.
versus the 30-foot distance. We'll say you're able to climb there, and using your dagger, you can kind of sort of have a handhold. Do an acrobatics check for me, actually. Because it's
dirty
slick.
20.
Jeez, you're rolling very well. Yeah, okay. So, it's hard to hold on to. You have to kind of use the dagger and whatever else you might have. You probably have
Sort of like.
think ice climbing, because this is the
Yeah.
frozen side of the tree trunk.
have
And
two
instead of very quickly and dexterously scaling your way up to a branch, now you're trying to hold on. So you're able to. And this heart of the tree is larger than you. I would say it's probably twice the size of bomb, like roughly, in terms of how huge this frozen core is. And the ice itself is almost opaque. You can just barely look through and see what may be within. As you strike it with one of your daggers, okay. Roll for an attack. I wasn't expecting you to attack the heart of the tree itself, but
18.
I know what will happen. Okay. Roll for damage.
Hmm.
13.
Okay. It doesn't seem to make any sort of scratch or fracture of the ice itself. The ice is hard, almost as if it were a type of hard, tough crystal. However, when you make contact with it, you see not quite a shifting within, but you feel almost a shifting within the bark of the tree itself that you're holding on to. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
15.
15. Bear with me. You feel your vision almost start to cloud over. And the sound that you hear, it's almost as if you're hearing things underwater, just for a brief moment. And you get a flash of an emotion. Fear. Confusion. But because you rolled just high enough, it dissipates. And you once again are staring at this core of ice around the heart of the tree. Is there anything else that you do? You look behind you, actually, and now those two shades are staring right up at you. Anything else you do on your turn before they move?
I call for the rest of the party, and I'm like, so I may have attracted unwanted attention. And
I did a thing! I did a thing! Okay. Alright, so it is now the Shade's turn. Immediately as you strike the tree, and the three of you will witness this as well, the attention that they had towards you immediately shifts, looking directly up to Marlowe. A second later, and their forms seem to split. Both of them, now doubled. There are four
Wait,
figures.
there's 4. Oh, God.
What?
Okay.
And the four of them converge upon you, Marlowe, in unison.
Heck.
Mother, what have you done?
You will have
Am
two.
I helping?
You will have 2 strikes
Maybe.
against you. Total, 2 strikes against you. One is a 21. I'm guessing that hits.
Yeah.
The other is a 17.
Yep. Both hit.
You are going to take 5. Oh,
Marlowe dead.
5, 6, 7.
Find out next
8,
time.
9.
Tree.
Dragon
Just
Ball
boom,
Z.
boom, boom.
A total of 17 necrotic damage.
You're out.
Oh, yeah. You took 9 before.
Yeah.
So it's not, you are unconscious. You're not dead. It's not permadeath. So
Should've
I will
saved
not,
my hellish
I will
rebuke.
not,
Yeah.
and it would have been
Would have melted all the ice.
only 3 points of ice damage. So, what the three of you see, and it was almost, it was very, very quick, instinctual. The 4 figures, now 4, converged upon Marlowe, almost covering her from your, obscuring her from your sight. And when they break away, she has now fallen down the side of the tree trunk and is unconscious on the ground. Her skin pale, and frost creeping in the sides of her face.
Oh no! What?
I did this to myself.
I wasn't expecting
Literally
to
did
knock
this to
one of you
myself.
unconscious your first big combat.
Ooh, okay.
The 4 of them now turn towards the 3 of you. However, their actions have been used.
How
But they are
close
once
are-
again forming a ring, which now
Ugh.
includes Marlowe.
Oh no.
How close are they to each other?
I'd say they're, within, we'll say like between 5 and 10 feet of each other. I mean, they're all converged pretty tightly around
Yeah.
Marlowe, and now they have come back out. We'll say
Yeah,
they're,
okay.
for convenience, we'll say they're roughly 5 feet apart. Yeah, they're pretty
okay, yeah.
close.
Eorad's gonna. I mean, all you can do is to keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really do anything right now. So he's gonna run into He's gonna run into a point where all of them are about, like, if he can, I don't know if it's possible. If all of them are about 10 feet away from him,
You'd be
is that possible?
with 4 of them spread out
There
in
wasn't
kind
a
of an
line.
arc.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, more or less a line. But I don't know if you'd be able to be within... I mean, you'd have to get pretty close to the center. But
Yeah, I'll do
5,
that,
10,
that's fine.
15... I mean, they're not even within 10 feet of each other.
Each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say, depending on... What are you trying to do? Let's say that first.
My astral arms. When I summon my astral arms, everyone within 10 feet of me has to do a dex save, basically.
Okay.
So I just want to get him close. So I
We'd
can
say
do
you'd
that.
be able to get at least 2. Is that fair?
Yeah, 2's good enough. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll spend a key point for that. As,
Yeah.
Like, so he runs in towards them and suddenly stops. And
Yeah.
as he stops, the tuning fork that's around his neck kind of swings forward and then clangs against his chest, and then you just hear the reverberation of the tuning fork
Mm-hmm.
as the astral arms appear, kind of like very galaxy-looking arms appear,
So cool.
and a pulse of this energy bursts out around 10 feet, and left your dex save.
Excellent. Ooh, one got a 3, the other got an 18.
Well, 18 makes it. The one I got a 3, I don't think there's anything else. It takes yeah, nothing else. Okay, so yeah, it takes 2d4 damage. The one that failed.
Yep.
The one that succeeded takes nothing. 8 damage. I got max. 8 damage.
Excellent.
Um,
So, interestingly enough, the original 2 that you saw that dropped down before haven't actually taken damage yet. However, the one that you just hit with your arms here, with 8 damage, immediately dissipated.
okay.
So now there are
he's gonna-
3.
They're gonna immediately move towards the one that made the save and punch it.
I will punch it with my fist.
Do I still have disadvantage? Is the fog still around?
No.
Okay.
At this point, the
Then-
sphere has burned away the fog, so you can now see clearly.
15 to hit.
Hits.
And that is. And these are the astral arms. The astral arms kind of
Yes.
move forward and slam into it.
Excellent.
That's 6 force damage.
6 force damage. Whew, 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 whew. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. It actually seems to push it back with that attack. That seemed to have been a little more effective.
Yeah. And that's all I can do. So yeah.
Excellent.
Again, Eorad is just
You're wailing.
super focused. Yeah.
Yep. Bomb and Kendis, what do you do? There are 3 now standing before you. One currently being assailed upon by Eorad. Is this your Eorad form when you're fighting?
Yeah.
A Eorad form. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Z form.
Cool. Bomb is going to do a few things at the same time. He's in his cat form, but he's looking down at Marlowe, and he's looking down at this person that's brought quite a lot of laughter into his life with all this bathroom modifications and things in the cabin. He's got a higher level of affection for this person, and then he thinks about the party, and he thinks about the star that was given to him. It was named after him. He kind of drops his cat form as a bonus action, and transforms back into Bomb. And he's kind of crying at this point. He kind of turns his head to the sky, and he uses this power of this star, this guide, to call his family, Knotless Woods, and he for his loudest voice, he can possibly all the passion he puts into it. He kind of calls his family, the spirits of his family, to aid him, and to his mother as well. He sort of draws it down to his heart, where the flower pot is. And he's just hoping that they can come to some sort of, to everyone's aid, really, at this point. I'm appealing to the DM.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Oh. Roll. See, this isn't actually a thing. It's not a thing, but I really like the visual of it. Roll to convince the DM with a wisdom check.
It's like the end. It's like the end of the Shawshank Redemption. It's like free.
I imagine you summoning the Ent spirits
22.
from the forest, which is kind of a big thing. That's almost like
the Ent
divine intervention in a way. From a high level cleric, so I will say roll wisdom.
Enough for a divine intervention?
For divine intervention, you actually have to roll
a percentile, I think.
A
You have to roll a
percentile.
percentile underneath your level.
Yeah.
Should we do that?
You're not going to get underneath the level.
You know what? Yeah.
If I do that,
roll a percentile, and we'll see what happens. I am not promising a divine intervention style of thing at level 3. But I like where you're going with this.
27. It's not bad.
Keep going.
I mean,
you summon up your courage, and you release this howl, almost. This roar that does sound very much like trees creaking and marching up to battle like the Ents. Like in Macbeth. But so here's what'll happen.
Cousin Lamp.
Lamp.
Is that you?
I love Lamp.
You can almost feel the reverberations of your roar going back to the Knotless Wood. And while you don't necessarily feel anything from your family directly, you feel energy and warmth coming from within through the nettles around your neck. And you hear a voice. This sounds like your mother's voice. Without the spring, we can't do much. But I will do what I can. And you have, for the next attack that is against you, a temporary resistance to cold damage.
Oh, nice.
2 ice damage.
Internally warm.
Not immunity, but resistance. Because I like what you were doing there, and I believe in rewarding role-playing.
Thank you.
So you are momentarily fortified against that life-sucking effect.
Nice.
Is that fair? Does that sound
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's
That's
good.
pretty cool. I think that
Okay.
was fair.
Excellent.
Good job,
Do you
Tom.
do anything else? I see what kind of player you're gonna be now.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. I like it. Keep it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing my my carving at the nearest one.
Fish slap.
Fish slap. Very much a fish slap, yeah. Fish slap. What's that? Oh, that's a crit. That's a crit.
What?
That's a crit.
Oh!
Dang,
Casual
Timbersmith.
3
That's a
crits.
crit.
Let's go.
3 crits.
Oh, we gotta keep track of this. 1, 2, and
That
3.
is-
Okay.
But that is not great though in terms of in terms of damage. It's not as good as my dagger. So it's double damage, yeah.
Yes.
So that is 16.
16. Which one were you hitting? So there were 3 now.
It would
Eorad.
have- I would have seen, wouldn't I? Would have seen them like the ones that have come out or sort of doubled up. That makes
So
sense.
you don't.
That they were like,
After they have converged upon Marlowe and returned, you
Yeah.
can't quite tell.
Do you know
you
what? It
can't
would
tell.
just be random. It'd just be random. I'll roll
Okay.
it. I don't know.
It's
I'll roll a
it's
d6. The third one. The third one. It's a 5, so the third one.
okay. Okay. So we'll say Eorad, you were attacking the first.
I'll say the first, yeah.
Yeah,
Fine.
the first. The second had dissipated, right,
Yeah,
from your
and the
initial
third one,
attack.
I whacked the third one
All right,
for 16. Yeah.
16. That one still stands after taking the damage.
Interesting, okay.
Mm.
Okay. Very good. Kendis, you see Eorad and Bomb, after Bomb released this very impressive roar. They are both on the attack. There is one other standing, and you see Marlowe still on the ground.
I'm gonna leap in with my sword thing, green flame. blade.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, this is actually the perfect time to
Yes,
use it.
this is
Yeah.
absolutely good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
You know, I've definitely become attached to Marlowe in the last couple of weeks. You know,
I'd say
just-
so.
We're out there in the forest, and definitely as well seeing the effect that this has had on Bomb, my dear
Mhm.
acquaintance. It's all
Mhm. Your dear
pretty
acquaintance, not even dear friend, dear acquaintance. You're all acquaintances to Hedge Witch Bracken Hell. Okay.
Well, it's
So-
perfect.
and obviously Kendis's whole thing is like protecting and helping out the citizens of
Absolutely.
and you know, this is very much a duty, and it would be remiss of them to not use the power in their fullest capacity. So yeah, we're gonna go right in there, sword a swing in, and go for. There's one left, right? That isn't
Yep.
taken.
Yep.
Cool.
Absolutely.
For it. So I need to roll a d20 to hit, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Roll a d20 to hit, adding your dex and proficiency.
oh. So that's an 11 with my dex. I don't know what my proficiency modifier is. I think
Should be
I think
plus
the
2.
A plus 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Should be
Oh,
plus
okay.
2.
That's 13 then. Does that hit?
That is exactly the armor class.
Ah.
I told you guys it wasn't too high. I was worried you were gonna miss there for a second. Whew, that exactly hits. Roll for damage. Your 1d4 plus dexterity.
That's 3 plus 2, so that's 5.
This
And
one
then
also dissipates. So the
then
two
you
that
can use
immediately
your-
dissipated
we're copies.
were, yeah, possibly, maybe. So now you can use your green flame blade. You are closest to the one that Bomb is attacking as well. So the green flame, after you attack and, you know, destroy, conquer this first figure that was in front of you, that green flame will snake and dart out to the other near target. And go ahead and roll a 1d8, right?
I think so.
1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which is wisdom.
And that is a
Pretty good.
10.
A 10.
Nice.
Very good. That one is almost down. Very, very close to falling. So at this point, top of the round, Marlowe, I need you to make a death saving throw for me. It's been a long time since I've had someone make a death saving throw. I believe that's
That
enough.
succeeds. Yeah.
That
that's a good one.
succeeds. That succeeds.
Ooh. That's not how a first player does, guys.
No, it's
Save
not.
score.
Okay. Okay.
Don't panic.
So I believe with that first death saving throw, I haven't done this in a long time. You stabilize, yeah?
No, you have
I
to, you have to
No, you have to
succeed 3
succeed
times.
all 3. You have to succeed
Yeah.
all 3. Okay. So mark 1 success down to keep track.
You succeed all 3, or you get a crit success.
Yeah.
And I'll count as 2, and then you succeed.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now it's the
Shady
shades.
Shader.
Okay.
Shady
So, Eorad,
Slim Shady.
the one you are fighting is going to lash out back against you. That was a natural 1.
Haha.
Seriously? You guys getting all 20s and I get a 1? It misses. You're
Wait,
able
I'm
to
over- I'm over
very
here. What are you
easily
doing?
dodge it and almost deflect with your astral arm.
Our rolls have been pretty damn good.
Kendis, you are not close enough, even though you were able to cause damage to this last one, but Bomb, you are in melee with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one was a 17 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
So you are going to take 9 points of necrotic damage
Crikey.
and 5 points of ice damage. Oh, wait.
14.
Bomb down as well.
No, I haven't taken anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
28 points. 14.
And it is going to stay locked in combat with you.
Is everyone okay with Eorad moving again? Go next.
Yeah, go for it, yeah. You're near it, aren't you?
Yeah. Eorad just he's been very silent. I think all you've really heard is maybe the grinding of metal against the ground because he has been moving quite a lot. But he just, the one I attacked him and missed, I think he uses the momentum and immediately, as they move past him, he just brings an elbow to the back of their head
Nice.
with an unarmed strike again.
Very good.
That's 14 to hit.
Hits.
For 7 damage.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action. Second attack again.
Should
Yeah, I can. Which is a bonus action. Yeah. So yeah, and then immediately comes with just. It's really weird to watch because he is a very large robot, but oddly dexterous, and just immediately turns around, again kicks.
He's really bendy.
Yeah, it's just very, it's very
Gumby.
weird. It's very weird to watch. And he just comes and slams into the back of their neck again
Excellent.
with a kick this time.
Yep.
To see if they can knock them stumbling forward with a 13. Ooh, that hits exactly right.
Hits exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
very close.
Oh,
It's still a hit.
Actually, in fact, no, this is not going to be a kick. This is going to be... Actually, no. Yeah, it's going to be a kick. It doesn't matter. Again, another 8 damage.
Nice.
oh.
Okay. Ooh, that one's getting close. Still standing, but now wavering. It has that strange kind of flickering effect because it hasn't been able to actually suck energy from you. So it's still... okay. So another 8 damage. Yep. That one's looking pretty weak. Bomb and Kendis, what do you do with this other one? It's just the 2 left.
Bludgeon it with this
Yep. Bludgeon away.
fish club. That's a good roll then. 16, 19. Yeah, that's hitting.
Hits.
Six damage.
And that is enough. Because this one was very, very weak. As it was. How do you finish it off?
I just slam it in the chest region against the main trunk of the tree, and pinning it basically,
Okay.
and crush it basically. How does it actually? Does it literally fade away, or does it leave any remains? Do I notice
When they
that?
fade, they don't leave remains behind.
Mm.
Although now that the fog is gone and you can see, as this one fades, it's like dust blowing in the wind,
Right.
dissipating into the mist, and you
Kind of
do
like a
see.
whole Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good kind of situation.
Oh! exactly like that.
Yes. Yeah.
And right before it fades, you see the shadowed veil again lifting from the face.
Mm.
And you do see, for a split second, the eyes of Elena
Okay.
staring back before it completely fades away. If no one opposes, I mean, Eorad is already locked in battle with this last one. You want to just finish it off? Eorad?
Yeah, I'll finish it off. I'll just have my astral arms just like punch.
You're still wailing on it. It's just about done. So as long as you hit with the amount of damage you've been doing, you're probably going to finish it off with this next turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a 14 to hit, the first hit.
Yeah.
And that is 4 damage for the first hit.
Okay. It's like 4. Well, that's not quite as much as I thought it would be.
Yeah, no, that was a bad hit. I can use my bonus action for another arm check. That's a 17 to hit.
Yes.
And 8 damage for that one.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll
So
do it.
yeah, I think
How do you finish this one off?
there's a lot of kicks. He knees it in the face, and then as it kind of recoils backwards, you just see the astral arm come and slam it in the face again, just to completely knock it off balance and finish it with a very powerful blow. There's probably like a kind of pulse of energy from the fist as well as it strikes.
Okay. Once again, after the full pummeling, with each hit, as it gets closer and closer to dissipating, it's almost as if those fragments that are breaking away are increasing with the last couple of hits that you make. And with the last one, as it impacts, it sends like a force, like a force wave through the rest of its body, disintegrating it as it goes. And again, you see, this time, with the face of Elena, just before it disappears completely, she looks back at the tree, and then gone. And with that, all of the enemies have gone. The fog, of course, has already dissipated. At this point, the flaming sphere has also fizzled out. However, it did its job. That would have been much more difficult if you had not used the flaming sphere to actually dissipate the fog. And you see Marlowe on the ground.
Oh, I'll rush
Do
over
I
to
have
Marlowe.
my daggers by me, or is one stuck in the tree?
One would probably be still stuck in the tree. However, you do have one still in your hand. And interestingly, if you were to go and examine her, her eyes seem strangely clouded over.
I'm gonna do a medicine check.
Yeah, I think Eorad would do a medicine check.
Yeah.
And I mean, with Kendis as well, so you can both do medicine checks to check on her. But with Kendis, I mean, you would actually be able to stabilize.
Okay.
With the kind of herbalism and medicine kit that you would actually have on you, being the hedge witch of Glenfarra. So you would stabilize. Marlowe, you are back to 1 hit point. No more concerns now that we're out of combat and you have your friends beside you with death saving
Are
throws.
my eyes still clouded over?
Very faintly. Yes. So, Bomb and Eorad, what did you roll for your medicine checks?
Oh, okay.
21.
Good.
My tuned fork, it's still reverberating, and with that, I get an advantage on all wisdom.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do
So
with that custom magic item.
With that, I got 23.
Whew.
It would have been a nat
Very
one if I didn't
high,
have that.
both of you. Very high, both of you. So,
Medicine.
this looks like very early stages of what happened to Oscar.
Ah, right, okay.
I will just come right out and say it. Since you both rolled very high with this. No clues, no beating around the bush with that one. This confirms that Oscar had a run-in with one of these creatures, or at least very, very strongly suggests it. Because you saw the skin, Marlowe's skin around her face, and the frost creeping in. It was starting to resemble what happened to Oscar, and even though she has been stabilized, she is still very much drained and very cold to the touch. It's going to require some healing.
I tell Eorad that because I don't think Eorad knows about the good song Affliction. I say this is the same thing that would happen to.
I think he saw it. Didn't you bring Oscar to the Vervains?
Yeah, you brought.
Yeah.
Yeah, and left
Please,
him
sorry.
behind there with
Yeah.
Emil. So yes, absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
I think in that like realization, he kind of he doesn't need to breathe, but you see like a weird kind of mist leave his his
You
mouth.
don't have lungs.
Hey,
It's
he
steam.
says it's air. I said it's a weird type of mist because it's the only thing I can
It
think
could
of to
be
describe
steam.
it. It's
It could
not
be
actually,
steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as he does that, the tuning fork kind of dies down and stops vibrating, and the astral arms also disappear as well. And he just turns to. I think he ends up becoming not. He just very clearly worried, and he's kind of like checking Marlowe's eyes, like, "Are you okay?" Like,
About the eyes, because both of you rolled high. You remember Oscar's eyes looked dark. Very, very dark. Glassed over. That's not what her eyes look like. Her eyes almost look as though there is a mist within them of some
The
sort.
opposite of
Yes.
Oscar's.
okay. Does it look like it's progressing, or does it look like it's been stopped at this stage?
It looks like it had been stopped at this stage. And as you are now, thanks to Kendis's work, you actually come to consciousness again, Marlowe.
Can I, like, see?
You can see. You have a sharp intake of breath as air returns to your lungs, and you weren't dead, but you are able to come back to consciousness. You can still see.
Eorad is
However,
going
you
to
still
hug
have
Marlowe.
those same kind of lingering emotions that you had after you struck the heart of the tree. You have like a strange, almost tingling sense of it. And then you get a huge hug from Eorad.
Are you okay? Everything. I mean, you felt quite a bit as well. Is your head okay? Did you like hear anything?
I had 2 daggers.
Oh,
I
yeah,
only have
yes.
1.
I think one is lodged in the tree. You tried climbing. Why did you try climbing the tree?
What happened after I stabbed into the heart of it?
All of those figures, first they duplicated, and then they all attacked you. They kind of converged on you, and when they separated, you kind of just fell, and you were unconscious, cold, I guess, as well, and pale.
Something you did irritated them. They converged on you.
Ooh, they mad.
What did you do?
I look up at the tree around, like, where the heart of it would be, and where my dagger probably is.
Yep.
I probably didn't see, like, what had happened after I'd stabbed into it, because I just got cold and fell.
You just remember turning and seeing the 2 of them staring up at you. It was before they duplicated. But they converged upon you. I mean, you remember them rushing at you. You were still conscious for that. But then it went dark.
You can climb trees. Yeah?
With ease, yes.
Would you be able to see if any damage was done.
Yeah, and he sort of he goes into spider climb mode and kind of scampers up the tree towards the dagger, towards the heart of the tree. And there's an investigation check.
Roll your investigation.
It's not great. 6. 7.
Well, that's a tree for sure.
That
Definitely a
is
tree.
indeed a tree. You don't
There is
see
a
that any
dagger in it.
damage. You do see the dagger, and you see the ice for sure. You don't see any damage that had been done to the tree itself. However, because you are a timbersmith, and because of your connection,
But Scrib is nice.
oh, I'm not giving you that much. I'm not giving you that much.
Okay.
You get a strange sense of pain. Oh, we lost someone. Who did we lose? Our our images are all jacked up.
Oh no.
I think I'm here. Wait, no, I'm also like here, so I'm fine.
Hold up. Let me fix this.
Drak is
Man, what
That's
a
all that
time!
matters.
What a time for this to happen. Hold up, I can fix this. Oh no! Technical difficulties. Oh
Wouldn't
my
be a
gosh,
stream
this
without
is
him.
like... Oh, this is all weird. Oh my goodness. Sash needs to come back!
When she comes back, will it be all normal?
Yeah, it will. It'll bump back to how it should
No,
be.
right, okay. I have to leave it.
It's fine.
Okay.
Drak and Scriv
Well,
are fine.
Well, okay, so we
That's all that
will do
matters,
this.
Really.
Okay, so you can see my face in that little window? Good.
Half bomb, half.
This is preposterous. Goodness.
that's a
Okay.
tough one.
So what I will say, and hopefully Sash will come back. So you get a sense of pain shooting through your core. You are not in physical pain, but you get the sense for it, just very fleeting, and then it's gone. As you're sitting there with your hand upon the bark of this tree. And that is where we end.
We end in pieces.
We are shattered.
We're alive.
We are shattered,
We're alive.
but
Eorad's
alive.
doing great. He didn't get hit once.
You got hit at the
beginning.
start, at the
At the start,
beginning.
Yeah. At the start, he got hit real hard.
Okay,
I'm like,
let's
oh,
see
no.
if I can. Okay, so I can fix some of these windows, but you're all in like each other's. You're all in each other's windows right now. Let's see if I can do this.
I may have to duck out soon.
Yep, we
Start
are
working- start
going to
working
go
for
ahead
4 and a
and
bit
end.
hours.
So check it out. Marlowe, you're in your window.
Nice.
Bomb, you're in Eorad's. And Eorad, you're in Kendis's window right now with how it's going. Okay,
fine,
so
that's
we are
good.
going to end the session there. With that last little lingering emotion from the tree.
Yeah.
And we'll pick that up again in, oh gosh, I mean, it's December.
Yeah, let's do
Our
a
next
holiday
session is actually the 17th.
one. Yeah.
So we are going to, stop that part of the story for now. We'll talk offline if we want to continue with that on the 17th, or if you want to do like a holiday special sort of thing, or a combination of both. We'll figure it out. But let's go ahead and do our outros from this strange, fragmented state. At least we can see all of your faces, and oh man, poor Kendis. It's okay. She'll be back with us soon, I'm sure. So we'll go ahead and do our outros. Starting with Marlowe. Jenn.
Yeah, hello, I'm Jenn. I play Marlowe, obviously. In case you didn't know, I'm in the right window, so that should be obvious. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Peig. And you know, here every other Thursday.
Yes, indeed. Bomb. in Eorad's window.
Yeah, Rich, at Hatchling DM, most places. Still hard at work on Inspirals, and it's going really well. Ashley, our artist, has recently got completed BSL and ASL sheets in, and they're wonderfully diverse, and they've got fantastic illustrations of all the shapes and the finger spelling. So it's very exciting, and we're getting the test packs together now. So
Excellent.
yeah. And I'm obviously doing a lot of stuff during the holiday period with Scriv, hopefully during that week. So that'll be fun.
Yes. Eorad, Drak, aka Kendis temporarily.
I'm the temporary Kendis. But yeah, I am Drak, Draconics on all the socials. When I say all the socials, I just mean Twitch and Twitter. I don't do anything else. I have a very, very long schedule. So just follow me on Twitter to see that. That's DRAKONIQUES for my Twitter. The main thing I want to plug is that I'm a co-founder and the event organizer of Friends Roll Dice, which is a TTRPG Twitch channel, and we are doing a month-long charity event. We're raising money for the Philippines, because they've recently been hit by quite a few typhoons, and we want to raise money to help them out. So tomorrow is going to be one of the 2 shots we have prepared for this month. I'm going to be playing with a bunch of awesome people a superhero TTRPG called Legends, the superhero role-playing game. It's going to be great. I'm very excited. It's going to be from 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. We've got some other things planned that Jennifer's actually involved in. Jennifer's going to be in another 2 shots we have planned for this, which is great. But yeah, just keep an eye out. Follow Friends Who Roll Dice on Twitter, which is Friends Roll Dice. That's their name on Twitter, because Friends Who Roll Dice was too long for the Twitter username. But yeah, to hear details about that. But yeah, that's me. Thanks for watching.
Excellent. And because Spirit Jam Kendis is not with us at the moment, I just got a message from her. Had some technological issues. They're trying to reboot. Hopefully they'll be back with us, but we'll catch them up. We ended pretty quickly after the departure. But they are a writer, artist, and improviser. Obviously here on Heroes of Iyastera every other Thursday, but they're also the co-editor of Tea Light Press, a fantastic lit mag. Go check them out on Twitter. I dropped the heroes and campaign commands there with Moobot, so you can see everyone's handles and the characters that they play. Check that out. As for myself, hi, I'm Scriv. This is a channel that I always stream on. I am also a writer, designer, and GM of family-friendly RPGs. You can find me on a couple of other places, more recently on Friends Who Roll Dice for some random things, and that will maybe happen again at some point with some possible Doctor Who stuff. That's kind of cool. I'm also releasing, as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, the Advent Calendar 2020. So follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, check out the Patreon. Every year, the Advent Calendar cards are free for the public. They are not a patron exclusive kind of reward. So please, I hope you enjoy that, the little epic deeds and the tidbits of Iyastera lore. Next time we stream, not next week, but the week after, I am planning to do a stream every night that week, Monday through Friday, with, of course, our Heroes of Iyastera gathering again on Thursday the 17th. That is going to be a week of holiday goodness, hopefully some fundraising for some specific charities as well. I've got a couple in mind. However, I want to pull the party here, the heroes, to see what other things that we would like to push for all of you. But be ready for a week of some pretty cool tabletop RPG or random kind of content as we raise money for some good causes. But that's all I'm gonna say for now for that one. Keep an eye out on probably Twitter and the Discord for more updates, but you know where to follow me. All the links are below. Catch this stream next week when I upload it to YouTube for our Heroes of Iyastera campaign sessions, and you can catch episodes 1 through 3 on YouTube as well. And I think that's all I've got for you. So we're gonna go ahead and switch over to our wonderful campaign video again with the theme song. In the meantime, all of you wonderful, wonderful scribblers, I hope you enjoyed the session this evening. Got a little bit of a taste of combat. A little bit more intensity. Wasn't expecting to take one of you out. Oh snap! Oh snap!
I mean, the moment she hit
I made
the
an
part, like,
executive
okay.
decision.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we're doing
That was the first big encounter. You went attacked the heart of the tree too. All right. Keep adventuring, keep scribbling, and we will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye. Thanks
Cheers,
for joining
everyone.
us.
Bye.
Okay.